Tiaga, I ain't trusting bitches cause they come with too much drama. I've been going hard with this shit, perfect timing. Yeah, and my bitch bag got class, hard to find her. Yeah. Bag up in my bag, two-step Balenciaga. I ain't trusting bitches cause they come with too much drama. I've been going hard with this shit, perfect timing. And my bitch bag got class, hard to find them. Down bad, broski at his last, that's a problem. Mass down, thought he knew some math the way he solved it. Think he tough and he flash cash out of pocket. Colors blood, broski on his ass, get the chopping. Running through them trenches is my habitat. Running straight through his missus, then he can have a back. Cause I don't do no lovey-dovey, I ain't into that. Say he gon' run up on me, can you imagine that? Beefing with no bumps, where that bag at? I'm thumbing through a couple racks with my slime slash. Flexing the whole bitch, I know she feel that. I probably fuck again, but she won't get that vibe back. You know it. Yeah, that bag, yeah, I told it. I got bars out the ass, a nigga feel like a poet. That's got me high up in the sky, shit feel like I'm floating. That shit be helping with my pain and my fucked up emotions. I go through it, but get through it, so you never know it. When I picked up, I keep it chill, so I never show it. She tell me I'm the realest nigga, cause the rest be forward. I ain't for them games, and that pussy dunk like Jordan. If I haven't had a phone, I'll probably call Pops, just to tell him how I'm living in this dark spot. I was a youngin' when you died, that's a hard knock. The real deal for my bitch, I got a soft spot. She asked me how much I love her, I said a whole lot. Let's stick together forever and stack a lot of guap. We gon' hold it down, stay by my side. I'll never let another bitch take your spot. Yeah, and my love don't change. Running with the wrong niggas had to switch my lane. Ain't no love lost with them, but we just ain't the same. I'm about $1, I need comments, then I'm
Shout out to Young Mozzie. Shout out to Young Mozzie. That was Young Mozzie. That's on Apple Music. Balenciaga. Check my man out. Thanks for letting me have it, Young Mozzie. All right, we are here. Episode 3, Season 2 on the Playmaker Podcast Network. I am your host, In Feet We Trust, and we are on Pregame on Cloud Feet. We are back. Oh, thanks for that applause. Okay, but yeah, we're back. Shout out to Mike. Mike saw me post about the pod. He said, Feek, why are you taking breaks? I said, you right. My fault. I'm here with my man Colo. What up, Colo?
What's good? It's your boy Colo. We here for the Lake Show.
Let's Go, you see Bron? Okay, my man Nasir, my young boy. What's up, Nas? Yo. Yeah, talking to that mic. Pause. You know what's going on. Yeah. Okay, so we are here today on this episode. We are going to be talking about NBA and NBA only. You know the playoffs are right around the corner. About 10 games left. Okay, we're going to first talk about, Stephen A. Smith and Bron's beef. Talk about some role players. Talk about future MVPs. Talk about teams you don't want to see in the playoffs. Talk about the most underrated players. Yo, tell them in the back to calm down. It's really a pregame. There's people here, though. There's really a pregame. People here. Yo, y'all a little too loud back there, ladies. Thank you. Ladies. They hear me. All right, so let's get into it. Oh, yeah, and before I start, please do me that favor. You see that button? No, there's not this button. The button right there on the screen. Yeah, like it. You can almost do it. Come on. Last time you ain't shit. You ain't like the damn. You ain't hit the button. Hit the button, dog.
You gotta like and subscribe. Like and
subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying? Support me.
Subscribe.
I'm paying for this, not y'all. Shout outs to Reg again. Playmaker Podcast Network. If you want to do a podcast, please DM him. He has a booking in his link in bio. For real, like you can do this. He's my man. That's my dog. But obviously, he's trying to build the network. So if you feel like you have a podcast face, name, voice, please reach out to him. As said, let's get into it. We are back here, episode 3. First topic of the night. We're going to talk about Stephen A. Smith and LeBron. As you already know, they got a little bit of beef going on. Stephen A. Smith was, criticizing Bronny, as he should, and criticizing LeBron James as the greatest player of the last 2 decades. And LeBron felt some type of way about it. He was at a game. He was courtside with executives, and Bron pressed him. I feel like he caught him a little off guard. But do we feel like he was wrong or right for how LeBron James handled it? I guess let's talk about LeBron James' standpoint.
I kind of get it from a dad perspective. Like, I don't have kids or nothing like that, but I kind of get, nobody's going to talk about my child. But once you get into the NBA, I feel like once you step between those lines in the NBA, it's free game. Everybody get talked about. You
right.
Don't get no pass because you're LeBron's son.
Right.
And that's why, and I'm not even going to go into that, but that's another topic that we won't go into. I feel like that's why the NBA is kind of boring.
Yeah.
Talking about like the competitiveness, like why y'all mad? Because
Everybody's sensitive.
I'm getting criticized. Like getting criticized.
Yeah, the league getting soft. Colo, how you feel about as a father? You know, as a father, how you feel about
I
this?
got a young pup. Mm-hmm. So we know the reason why Bronny originally got drafted. The nepotism in it.
Yes.
So now when we put that aside and we just say, oh, Bronny got drafted because LeBron. Now he's in the NBA. It got to end.
Yeah.
So once that stops, now we can only criticize him as a player.
Right.
So now we look at it. He is the most scrutinized 13th player on the bench ever.
Yes.
So just because he is LeBron's son, the noise is going to come. So if he was any other 13th player on the bench, ain't talked about right now. So we get it. I'm saying now as a player, he definitely has all opportunity to be talked about. But it can't consistently come up, oh, he got drafted because LeBron. Oh, he got drafted. Now we can only look at him as a player.
So you feel like he did it? You feel like he did it a little too much?
He's doing a little too much. Because the 13th player, you OKC fan, he being talked about? Cam Reddish on the Lakers, he ain't being talked about at all.
Mm-hmm. Cameron's
So
not even there no more.
consistently, it's always coming up. And Stephen A, he been born a hater.
Yes, I was about
Stephen A been born a
to
hater.
let's go into that. He really be knocking people down.
We also gotta look at it from his perspective too. Like that's what he's paid to do. He's legit there on ESPN to talk shit about any player in the NBA. Like that's what he's there for. So like that's why I really don't feel like he's not. Like I don't think he's wrong. Yeah, I don't think Stephen A. Smith is wrong, but I also don't think LeBron is wrong. But I kind of just want him to look at it as if, like, like this is what you hear, like this is what's going to happen at this level. Like any sports, you get told, like, you should be prepared for this level. You should be prepared for this. You should be prepared for that. Even in school, whatever. Teacher's not gonna hold your hand, whatever. Yeah. So like stuff like that is going to happen at the next level, and it shouldn't happen like that.
Right. Now, how LeBron addressed it, it was literally after LeBron, they had a game. And LeBron pressed him, like, after the game. He walked to Stephen and pressed him. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like he was wrong for that moment right there? Not why, like, the moment.
Yes, because he has that power where he can reach Stephen A. Smith whenever he wants to. Mm-hmm. So he could have did it on the other, like, behind closed doors, but I'm not mad at him for checking him at that moment. I'm not mad at it.
But that's the thing, though. You address Bronny on camera, so I can't address you on camera. Right. So everything happened on camera to camera. I ain't mad at it.
It's not even just that. You get paid to talk about
talking to the mic. Talking to the mic. So we have Naeem. He was on the last episode. He was on episode 2. He doesn't want to be on camera. You know, I guess somebody looking for him. I don't know. But he's here. Shout out to him. So he's going to be our stat man on the side. What were you saying, though? Talking to the mic.
You talking about him as a father, not about us. When you talk about Bronny, you brought up LeBron. If you're going to talk about Bronny, talk about Bronny. Don't bring LeBron up and say, as the father, stop this. Talk about Bronny James not performing.
But did he say, Bron, you're a bad dad?
No, but you still say, as a father, I should stop this.
He kind of did. He was saying, like yo, Bron, you got to stop putting him out there. This is your fault.
You embarrassing your son right now.
Yeah. And that's the point.
That's why I got mixed emotions.
You only bring up the stats. If you want to say Bronny's 3-point percentage is bad, talk about that.
Yeah.
Right. But he keeps consistently LeBron. He's in the NBA now. It's been, 6-7 months, almost a year now that he's been drafted. We got to get over it. Now let's only get it about how he plays.
And you know the craziest part about it? They hate LeBron so much. They told Bronny, play in the J League. He's in the G League now. Now he's performing in the G League. Oh, it's the G League. Is nobody good in it?
Right. I mean, but I kind of feel that, though, because everybody's giving out gas in the G League. Not saying there's not guys out there giving out gas that could do the NBA, but that's where the difference is. McClellan, the one that won the dunk contest last year, he just had 45.
That's cool, but when he go in the NBA, what do he do?
Right. No, that's the point. I'm just saying.
He's a rookie, and now he's performing in the G League. Now y'all saying that.
True. Very true.
Okay.
And he's outperforming like a lot of players that was picked before him, like in that round, like around the 50th and
those guys. He's
outperforming them. So like, what's the issue? He's the 55th pick.
He might be outperforming the top 5.
Yeah.
This will be draft class. Let's be honest.
That draft class. It was like I said. It was weak.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's because it's LeBron James. Let's be clear. Like, it's LeBron. There's people that wake up to hate on LeBron. There's sport networks for hating on LeBron. People get their likes. You probably saw Stephen A. Smith LeBron and went to click this right now just to see if I'm hating or not. I feel like LeBron, like you said, did not address it properly, and he kind of put Stephen A. Smith in kind of like his back against the wall, where like he can't really do anything. So Stephen Smith's got to keep his job, no matter what. If it's either LeBron or Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith might be leaving. You feel me? Like on that type of the sport level because of what he brings to the game. Stephen Smith brings that hate, yes, that black dominant role, but we want LeBron more than we want Stephen A. Smith.
But even as the black dominant role, just like that, you keep bringing up the fatherhood part in it.
True.
Let's just talk about how Bronny plays, and it's cool, but it's always, Bronny, because your father's in the league. We don't need to talk about that now. He's a player.
Yeah, and we can
let's treat him like a player.
Yeah,
and then it's fair game. But consistently, Stephen A. want to constantly bring up the father, LeBron.
Not only Stephen A. Smith brought up LeBron as a father, he brought up LeBron not going to Kobe Memorial. What does that have to do with anything?
And he was wrong. He apologized and he was wrong. Like now he's just saying anything out of emotion.
Because it's like you're not talking about basketball at this point. You're not talking about basketball at this
right.
point. You're talking about his personality. It don't matter. Okay, if LeBron didn't go, why does that matter to you? And why does the whole world need to know that?
Yeah.
I'm a private man. I want to live a private life.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, listen, it's that very thin line that we cross when it comes into celebrity status and LeBron of who he is. It comes with it. LeBron has had hatred his whole life, but like you said, this is a different type of hatred because you're now attacking my child. When in reality is if my son or if your son, you're going to put him in the best opportunity to continue the legacy. You know what I'm saying? He's
Stephen
literally.
A. Smith had a son right now. And the Lakers call and say, we could draft your son. You ain't going to think he's going to take that opportunity?
He's going to take the opportunity.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So it's like he being a hypocrite.
Yeah, no,
any
for sure.
man in this world can want to get their son in the NBA.
Yeah. No, and that's the point. Like I said, I feel like we just kind of forget because like other cultures do that so heavily and we come from the bottom up. So a lot of guys don't have dads in the NBA. There's no guy that has a dad in the NBA that really did what LeBron did. So it's the first time ever. And when you like that first time ever stuff happens, people don't understand it for real. Like LeBron's really shifting the culture of the NBA and of like black culture in itself. So you got to give him his props. I feel like you said, Stephen A. Smith, you're kind of hating. You're doing your job. But like we said, keep it basketball. You have to keep it basketball.
I agree 100%.
Okay, and we got a little timer here, and our time is up for the first topic. We're trying to stay on topic. Once again, remember, shout outs to Bob Hookah, best hookah in the city. Isn't it, Colo?
Best hookah in the city.
Hey, everybody says it. Don't hate. You're going to go to the club, be mad. You paying $60 for that bullshit you got. All right, next topic. So we talk Niang. Okay, Niang said to Quentin Grimes on the Sixers, name on the Cavaliers coming off the bench. They were playing, and as you know, the Sixers have nobody healthy. Shout out to my man Justin Edwards. You see him on the wall. He's getting a bunch of burn. A lot of guys that wouldn't be playing as many minutes are getting those minutes. Quentin Grimes has been going crazy. So they're going crazy, and Niang says, yo, you a role player. Once Joel come back, Maxey comes back, and Paul George come back, but this before they end the season, he said you'd be a role player. You'd be in that corner shooting threes. I go into that to say, do we agree with that? And maybe as you as a coach, when you see Quentin Grimes, when do you want him more in the offense? Like, is Niang wrong for saying that? Or
who is Niang to even say that?
Right. That's what I was saying. Like, he's the king of that too. Like,
Niang wishes he had a bigger role.
Exactly.
But ain't your goal when somebody go down to become a role player, to get off the bench and play good, to be a role player? But you got Niang came to average 8 points. He mad that he still ain't on the Sixers.
Right,
That's
getting that burn.
That's
Getting that
probably
burn.
what. But now you got Quentin Grimes. Statman, what? He averaging 49%, almost 40% at the three. He playing great. So any team will be lucky at this point. Even if he don't stay on the Sixers, he going to get signed somewhere.
Yeah, or get more minutes.
Somewhere. So he might not be an all-star, but role player, that's your goal in the league, to be a role player.
Absolutely.
Not everybody all-star, so you...
Yeah.
Niang, who are you to say that?
Yep.
Who are you to say that?
How you feel about that, Nas?
My take on that is, I feel like the trash talk is just getting, it sucks.
Like, that's bad trash talk.
What's wrong with being in the corner and shooting threes?
Yeah.
Even if that was the case, Klay Thompson, what he do? Shooting a three. He sits in the corner and shoot threes on the wing, whatever. Yeah. And he's a Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Draymond, what do he do? He's a glorified role player.
You're kind of being disrespectful, but I get what you're going.
I'm saying
Draymond not no role player.
them two players,
He's defensive player of the year.
I'm gonna say with them two players you brought up, they're all-star caliber players. But PJ Tucker, he's 16, 17 years in the league. playing defense,
Yep.
and sitting in the corner.
Got him
he
a
made
ring.
a role,
Yep.
and he gonna stay in the league for a
Yep.
while.
But that
there ain't nothing wrong with that.
That was the same thing with Draymond. Draymond was a defensive anchor and facilitate the. So when
You
when I say
disrespecting
role player,
him.
right? There's different levels of role.
Yes, very true. Yes.
And I
Okay.
feel like Draymond is at that top of that list of
Yeah.
role players.
Yes.
So like when I say role player, it goes back to that game manager.
Yeah.
It goes back. He's a role. Draymond Green is a role player.
Yeah, because only Draymond could do what Draymond does for the
Exactly
Warriors.
my point.
There's not a lot of guys who can do what he does.
That's why I go back to saying like, what's wrong with it? Yeah. The trash talk is
That's the
getting-
worst insult ever.
Yeah,
Worst you're a
the
role
worst
player.
insult ever.
What's his name?
Huh?
What's
Trash.
his name again? Yang?
Niang.
Niang on the
Yeah,
Cavs,
you
bro.
wrong. You can't tell a role player when you a role player.
Exactly.
He's
That's
barely a
all
role
I'm trying
player.
to-
And
That's
if
exactly what I'm
because if
trying to
everybody got
say.
hurt for the Cavs, he wouldn't do nothing Quentin
He
Grimes
would
do. If he was on the
ass.
Sixers, he would not be doing what Quentin Grimes could do. Absolutely not. And-
Niang is ass. He need to shut the fuck up.
Damn, Niang. You better
ain't
chill.
mad at
He
that,
like
though.
6'8".
I ain't mad at that.
He need to shut up, bro. That's
Well, going off that point, we talked about like the trash talk is terrible in the NBA now, and they don't let us get more access to it. Is the NBA boring? What I mean by boring, I have a lot of friends that say like I'm tired of watching NBA. I'm like, why? It's just threes. Drive, kick, three. There's no defense. And what I mean by no defense, is it no one can guard anybody because we're elevating our games now where there's 6 point guards on every team? Or is it really no one's giving effort?
No, I think it's just harder to guard because even with the
Yeah.
top guards, top defenders, they still be getting torched out.
Yep.
yeah. That's how I feel. I feel like the league
Like-
is just too it's too skilled now. Like defense, and it goes back to what me and you used to, what me and you talk about. And nobody also preaches defense like
No
how
one
we
does.
I feel like even if you did, it's like, what can you do? It's like it's nothing you can do anymore.
Like when you saying you on an island guarding
Yeah,
somebody, you
like
can't
you-
hand check, you can't touch him.
The players don't care no more.
But does that make the league boring? That's what I'm saying. Like,
the
do you,
players don't care no more.
like, do you feel like the league is boring, or you
Yes, I feel like the league is boring because I watched it in person this year. Like I went to a basketball game.
Yeah.
And it was a good game.
What game you went to?
The OKC versus the Sixers game.
Oh, well, that was a terrible game to go to. I mean,
that's-
tickets
But
was
it
nice.
was like, bro, it's no defense. I seen like 6 shots being put up
Right.
in like the last minute, and I was like, yo, and they was missed. All the shots were missed.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, like this shit is ass.
Yeah.
Like, the NBA is ass.
Colo, how you feel about it? Because
Well,
my fault, before you go, just so you understand our backgrounds a little bit. Colo, my man, he doesn't watch every game, but he's more of a stat guy, I believe. I feel like it's just a different era because he's older. So he's coming from, you have kids now, you can't watch every game. Me, I watch all the time. I bet a lot, and we got Nas and his brother where they're heavily into it. They know all the young guys, so I feel like this is going to give a different view. So go ahead, Colo.
well, as you said, as one of the older individuals, I'm only 31. I ain't that old.
Hey.
But the issue, if anything, is it's sports at the end of the day. What do we love about sports? We love rivalries. In the NBA, there's no rivalries at all. When back in the day, it used to be Lakers Celtics. Even 6-7 years ago, what was the big rivalry? Steph versus LeBron. So that's must-see basketball.
Right.
Now, even when the Cavs play the OKC, those one of the best teams in the NBA, but there's still no rivalries. No, but we're not looking forward to this person versus this player.
You know what it is? You know what you can say? Ain't no household names. Like Steph, Bron, KD, their names already been used so long.
Yeah.
I think
Ain't
that,
no household names. Like when you was watching in the 90s, you wanted to watch Magic, Jordan, Charles, Patrick. You wanted to watch all these players. You don't want to watch none of these players no more.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. Like there is no players where it's be like, yo, like in the NBA right now.
Yo, turn him on. He on.
Yeah, there is no like players like that. Like
I don't think that's
Even-
true. Because you got SGA. SGA, you want to see every
Nobody
night.
watch Oklahoma though, because they don't got that many TV games.
No, but that's here the thing. I don't think it's about household names. I think there might be too many. I think the gap of how many great players there are
Right.
is way bigger than it ever was.
That's
But I'm
that
telling you,
defense.
even it's a better thing. Who do you hate right now in the NBA?
Brian.
You hate Bron.
No, not me.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the people.
No.
that's what I'm saying.
Like you said, who's
No,
the villain?
Yeah, there's no villains. We don't. A lot of people. We turn on the NBA to hate somebody. I really want to hate somebody.
That's what I was saying.
I can't hate nobody.
That's what I was saying. The household names ran out because KD was the villain, and then before KD, you had LeBron.
Yep.
And then before Bron, I don't know.
The villain.
I wasn't born.
It was Kobe. It was Kobe was the villain. A lot
villain-
of franchise hated
It's like
Kobe.
The villain right now is
starting
Embiid.
to run out, and we don't got no new ones to
And
look
be
at.
not no
more.
villain.
And B is a villain.
Who is he to the owner? Because he owed
No,
200
to the
M's.
city of
Like you need
Oh,
just-
to the city of Philadelphia.
Like you
City
need
of
Tatum to
Philadelphia.
lead the Celtics. That'd be crazy.
You said what?
No, Tatum might be the villain right now.
Yeah,
Nobody.
No,
Tatum
it-
might be the
it's
villain.
a hate at it like he's corny. Not I don't respect his game. And he's
No,
about to like.
people do not respect Tatum's game.
No, I feel like this year is the year of respect. And I don't know. It was just that last finals, bro. He got outplayed. He was supposed to
did
win
he really get
finals
outplayed?
MVP. He was supposed to. That's why he had that big Jordan commercial at the end of the year because it was literally for him to win, but he didn't win it. Jalen Brown outplayed him, unfortunately.
No, I let my team in everything.
Let's wait. Hold. We gotta say that. We gotta say that topic. We gotta save that topic.
I let my
Yeah.
team in everything.
Let's say that
There's no
topic.
way you outperform me.
I mean, well, when you win finals MVP, you
You
did.
averaged 24, 22 the whole playoffs there. Averaged 27.
Go look at what he did those last couple games. Maybe you should do the stat, man. Go look at game for game what they were
But
doing.
if that was the anything, then Steph Curry should have got MVP for the Olympics because the last couple games.
I mean, that's the
Bron got
Olympics,
it because
though.
Bron played the whole entire time.
And he's 40 and was still getting out gas. You got to take that to, you know what I'm saying? That's what it really is. I mean, I hear you. I hear
Bron
you.
wasn't giving out no gas.
What?
Even for real, with these household names, we got Joker. We don't hate him. We love his game.
Right.
He don't got no personality. Where honestly, we waiting for Anthony
You know
Edwards
what
to take
his
over.
problem? He not black. He not black and or he's not American. So it's like nobody really want to watch the Joker play.
No, I
and
feel
then
you.
he's unathletic. Everybody's used to centers dunking. He's just like
Yeah.
you got to be a real basketball fan to watch Joker play.
We're really waiting for Anthony Edwards and like a John Morant to really turn up.
John Morant
I'm
will
telling you,
never.
Morant not gonna make it. He get injured too much.
Facts.
Yes, they say it again. And he doesn't change. For the people that don't watch John Morant, I'm not a hater. But what about Magic?
Is he overrated?
Because he was on
If
a.
you never got drafted to the LA and say he went to somewhere
I mean,
else, would it look the same?
One thing we got to give Magic the credit for: his first year in the league, he won a chip.
But who was on his team?
Kareem went down.
Someone needs somebody. Stop it.
Kareem went down,
In what game?
and he won a chip. I think it was game 2 or 3. He finished out the series and he won a chip without Kareem.
That Laker team was crazy, yes, but as a rookie, he was not supposed
I
to
still
carry the
respect it. I
load.
still respect
No,
it.
Yeah.
I'm
still
not
respect
saying
it.
that. I'm saying if he went to somewhere else, would it look the same? What I mean, Russell Westbrook went somewhere else and it looked the same, exact same.
Right.
KD went somewhere else, it looked the same.
Well, I feel like it's
Bron
hard.
went somewhere else, it looked the same.
I feel like it's hard to say. I feel like it's very hard to say in that time, but I would say yes because of his size. He wasn't a regular point guard. He was 6'8", the only one at that time
No,
with
I'm
that type of
saying,
ability.
If you don't have them Hall of Famers to pass the ball to, that's what I'm saying. Does it look the same?
I mean,
Does he average 11 assists for his career?
But that's why he got drafted so high because
yeah, bro. It's not like he didn't show up. You saying it as if like he just got carried, like he didn't
No,
consistently
I'm not
do
saying
it.
he got carried. I'm just saying I don't think it would look the same.
I mean, no. I mean, every situation.
No, like
Every situation would be different. Yeah, it wouldn't look the same. He probably wouldn't have won a chip. Yes. His numbers, to be fair, it might have been better numbers because now it was just Magic. There is no Kareem. There is no Worthy. There's no other guys to, you feel me? So now he's really giving out crazier triple doubles or crazy numbers of assists. So, I mean, it can go either way.
they had it easier back then anyway.
Oh, yeah, they definitely.
But you gotta
You
admit,
couldn't even double.
when you saying that's Magic's skill set was a big guy that really could pass, so he went in the league and did what people thought he was gonna do.
At a
Would it
high
have
clip.
looked-
No, I understand everything. I'm saying if Magic Johnson doesn't get drafted to LA, is he Magic Johnson? As the Magic
I
Johnson
feel that.
we know.
Okay, you see, you
everything
talking
we
now.
See him do all crazy stuff with the ball. Is he still doing
Magic
all that?
Johnson. Okay,
He
because
was
there's no more
doing that-
rings
he,
now.
He was doing that at Michigan State.
Yeah.
That's who he was.
But he was Irvin.
Oh, see,
He
you
back-
stop.
he back in Detroit.
Next thing you gonna say,
was
did
back-
the AIDS make him Magic Johnson? Like, stop it. Like what?
That's fucked up.
Hey, man, what?
He wasn't burning yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It
saying.
didn't happen.
Yeah, but we gotta be honest here. We need to create some more rivalry in leagues. We gotta hate somebody.
That's what
Just
it
as much
is.
as you love, you don't hate
Social
nobody.
media.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
so-
It's too soft, bro.
Social media.
It's too soft, and that's the problem. That like the players have access now too. Like a guy I don't like with the social media. Kevin Durant really he was the villain.
Oh my
but
fucking god!
he
I
just-
hate how Durant's get on Twitter.
Yes, he gets on Twitter like a girl and
has
gets
a burner
emotional.
account and all
Yeah, like I
that.
feel like it's
Social
too
media
much.
ruined the rivalries, because I was watching the story time.
Talking to the mic, talking to the mic.
Said something about D Wade, and it was in the newspaper. They didn't go online, so D
Right.
Wade can't respond. So now it was game time. Now I'm gonna respond with 40.
Yeah.
Talking to Mike.
Talking to Mike. Make sure you're talking to Mike.
Like, have it close to you.
No, you really. I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
There we go.
I
Yeah.
gotta
There,
restart.
No, I'm just saying. No, that was valid. But like I said, I feel like personally, the league. I guess I don't think it's boring because I appreciate basketball, but for the non-watchers that might see the Ja Morant commercials getting dunked on, and then you could legit watch a couple games, nobody getting dunked on, a lot of threes,
That's
a lot of
what
no
it's missing.
defense.
It's missing them high flyers. You
Yeah.
don't got no high flyers no more.
You know what it
Who
is?
really high flyers that's
All
good?
our best all our best players are never available.
Yes.
Look at Embiid.
Yep.
Look at Steph Curry. He's
at Ja
always
Morant.
hurt. Ja Morant.
Even Kyrie
He's
Irving.
always hurt. Kyrie,
King
always
Kyrie,
hurt.
always hurt.
Anthony Davis, always
Always
hurt.
hurt.
Even when they wasn't hurt, they playing. The viewership is through that. I'm telling you, it's because there's no high flyers in the league no more.
No, you know what I think it is? There are high flyers.
All
There's
the
too
elite
many.
players.
There's
I
too
feel
many.
Like all the elite players, like
They're not high flyers.
Like,
Like
besides
there's
Bron.
right. They're going down. No,
who is it?
Kevin. No, you're right. Like Kevin Durant don't be dunking nobody. I guess you have Giannis. Joker
That's
doesn't
why
dunk on
Ja
nobody.
Morant is so exciting because it's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, even you got Tatum. He can get to the
Yeah.
basket,
But he shoots a lot of threes, too.
He shoot so much.
Even
like,
his man, Anthony Edwards, even your man, he shoots more threes than he be going to the rack now. I'm not saying it's hurting him.
He had to pick up the slack.
He had to pick up the slack, I guess. But I'm saying, but to your point, he stopped doing it because last
That's
year.
what makes Ant-Man so exciting.
Yes.
That high flying ability.
Yeah.
And
and
Ja
but,
Morant.
well, what makes it even more exciting? The trash talk that comes with it.
Yeah.
When-
Yeah,
ain't
Ant-Man's
nothing better
get
than.
off.
I don't care if it's a dunk or a three, but when you coming out court and you looking at him and
Yeah.
talking, in somebody's
Ant-Man
face,
told
that's what I'm
Obama, stand down, I'm the truth.
Yeah, tripping.
Yo,
Like he ain't
that's the
first-
trash, but that's the type of, that's what we
Yes.
need in the NBA.
Yeah.
Like,
But
yo,
the
I'm the
NBA don't
fucking
wanna show
truth.
it, though.
Right.
I'm the
NBA
fucking
don't wanna
truth.
show it.
Yeah, the NBA
They
don't
don't.
want to show it.
Yeah, it's changing. It's getting too soft. I even remember
Adam
when.
Silver is doing a
What-
bad job.
Yeah, even when John Wall was in the
not,
league.
because-
Nah, he low key is because when he's doing it good for the money for
That's
the
what I'm
NBA
saying.
like
That's all
expanding.
he's looking at.
Great job, but when it comes to for the viewers, I remember when John Wall, in his last couple of years, he dunked on somebody and just looked at him and they gave a tech out. Nowadays, you can't even look at guys. You can't even fake step
Tatum
over.
slammed the ball on the floor and he got attacked.
You can't do much now. They're like it's getting on that kind of slave
Yo,
type
should
of
players
vibe. Where
be
like,
allowed to go at refs
Huh?
mid-game?
nah, you shouldn't. You can't because like they dictate a lot now. You gotta think about it. Think about this. I'm 5'10", 6 feet tall. I'm giving out calls, whatever it is. And Jason Tatum, LeBron James, Giannis coming at you, yo, talking to you crazy. You have to stop that.
All right, another question. Should players have a system to where it's like, yo, if everybody should they rate the refs? So it's like, yo, if he's like underperforming,
I feel like they do that with the players. The players probably do something like that with
They
that.
definitely do it.
No,
And
but you can't say that because Scott Foster would have been out the league. There would have been a lot of refs been out the league because a lot of players don't like a lot of these refs.
well, you got to also go like what they're doing is very like it's probably 1% of the world people can ref an NBA game. Like, come on, because we say a lot of things like you watching the game, but when you're watching it in like face to face versus the TV, you can't see the walks, the carries a lot of times because they're moving so fast. So you're gonna miss stuff. You're human, but I do agree. Like, yeah, they definitely should be more of like ratings, but I know the NBA does it. And Adam Silver, to your point, that's where he's kind of doing like a bad job. But look, let's go to our next topic. Okay, so this year, let's talk about our most overrated player. To you, your most overrated player and why. Like, really think about guys that really giving out gas. Is it just, oh, he's overrated, or is it
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown's overrated? Why?
He should not be in that top 15 talk. To me,
Okay, top 15
not
talk.
top 20.
What?
I could really probably name
If he's
top.
top 20,
I can name probably 20 players better than Jaylen Brown.
I don't think 20, but
But it's like an argument though,
it shouldn't be.
and that's why he shouldn't be like putting these talks. Like, yo, it's an argument.
debatable. It's debatable.
It's an argument for you to
There's
be top 20.
There's no more twos in the league, so it's gonna be debatable, bro.
Yeah, of course,
I mean,
but
that's
it's
why,
like
though.
that's what makes you. I feel like that's what makes him overrated because people put him in on his pedestal, but he's also not competing against nobody with a name. As far as like you got the Anthony Edwards. You got Donovan Mitchell. Then you got who else after that?
Jalen Green. I mean,
Devin Booker.
There's
Devin
and Devin
Booker.
Booker and Devin Booker, and that's it.
Right.
But Jalen Brown's nowhere near close to these shooting guards.
So
he's not.
Oh, so all 5 of those guards are better than
No, the
Jalen
guards,
Brown.
the shooting guards I just said, he's not even close to yet. I don't think.
Donovan Mitchell. You got
Maybe Donovan Mitchell, and that's about it.
Defensive side, crazy. He's shrank.
Maybe just Donovan. Maybe just Donovan Mitchell though. But maybe just Donovan Mitchell.
But that's the problem with Jalen Brown that you're saying. I get, but he plays with Jason Tatum, so he plays with another top player.
Yeah.
So he don't. I'm saying the same thing. If you put Jalen Brown on another team where he's the number one option,
awful.
You said it's gonna look awful.
Jalen Brown number one option.
What?
Ooh.
All the shots.
It's gonna be like the James Harden effect. Nobody thought James Harden would be. He was averaging 15 on OKC. He go to the Rockets. He put up 20, 29. You give him more shots and opportunity.
Yeah.
He might show you.
That's what helped him elevate.
Comparing the 2 option to a lot of number 1 options, so it's hard to really dictate and compare.
But he also might.
Reg about to say something.
Reg.
Jalen Brown, number 1 option. You think he'll flourish?
Yes. Right.
I'm saying flourishing wise, I don't know, but his numbers gonna go up. He's gonna be able to compare. You're gonna be able to really compare him because everybody you just compared him as a number 1 option
Or number 2 or argument number 1.
So that's hard, and that's also the issue. They're winning. If you're winning and you're the first seed, what more do I really have to do?
And I got a Finals MVP.
And then you got Peyton Pritchard coming off the bench, scoring almost 20. Then you know what I'm saying? Their team is playing good, so I'm not gonna require you to do so much more. And y'all are winning.
Yeah.
He is winning, but I compare him to like Jordan Poole.
Like as far as shooting guards, that's where that's his tier.
If he
Jordan
gets his own
Poole,
team, I think he's like Jordan Poole.
maybe like Jalen Green.
Okay.
That's his.
He's not Ant-Man, Donovan,
shooting guard.
Devin Booker.
Can you tell me Jalen Brown game? Like, what is his game?
He's like bully. He's like a bully. He's a bully.
Like catch and shoot, catch, drive to the rim.
No, stop it. You don't watch him. He be catching people on the wing, crossing between, power dribble.
To the right.
His mid.
They cut his fucking left hand
That's
off.
a lot of guys. Don't do that. There's a lot of guys in the league
cut
like
his
that.
left hand
Not
off.
shooting guards. Not shooting guards. No, not shooting guards. And number yes.
No, number 1 option.
Now you're
Every
right.
number 1 option in this league right now can go both sides, no problem.
Yes. I would say RJ Barrett but he's mine.
Can I say that Jalen Brown doesn't have the skill set to be a number 1 option?
He doesn't.
Okay, say that then. I like that. I like that. And to be successful. Like,
Yeah, like
I'm saying,
like he might have. He's not gonna be efficient at it. Like he might have the numbers, but will it be an efficient number?
no, and that's why I said James Harden. He had the numbers, but was he getting deep into the playoffs? No. So I'm saying he definitely. I feel Jalen Brown go to a. I'm saying the Pistons is nice now. We got the Utah Jazz. We'll say Utah Jazz. He might put up 20, 29. Do we know how successful they're gonna be?
Right.
No, but he'll definitely be able to put up.
I don't think Jalen Brown will be
question.
successful like at all as a number 1 though. Like I don't think so.
that's kind of crazy.
I don't
This is a
think
good
so.
take though. I never
Yeah, I
thought
don't
about
think
him like
he
this.
will.
Like,
He robbed the bank.
He's the most overrated player.
yeah, I don't. But they had to do that to keep him there. You feel me? Like everyone's doing that now.
Yeah, you right.
Somebody else would have paid Jalen Brown. Maybe not that
not
number,
that 315,
but he would have
bro.
been up in
Not
that 2.
No, Tatum got 350.
He only got that because of the Finals MVP and the
No,
All
he got it before that finals.
And
He got it at the
my
beginning of
fault,
the
I meant to
season.
say All NBA. That's why he was able to get the
Oh,
Supermax
he's eligible
contract.
for the Supermax.
incentive helped him get the Supermax.
Yeah, that's a lot of people's contracts.
A lot of people don't understand that you had to
Yeah.
get certain accolades to get these Supermax contracts.
Yes.
That's the only reason why he got it.
Like De'Aaron Fox and his contract, which Quan was here. He was the one telling me about that. But De'Aaron Fox, when he was on the Kings, he had in his contract, if he would have made any NBA All-Team, like first, second, or third, he was eligible for the Supermax.
No, that's a rule against the board now. If you make any,
yeah.
that's everybody now.
But I'm saying, like, to his point, that's why the Kings got rid of him. So we're saying about, like, if De'Aaron Fox got the Supermax, would De'Aaron Fox be considered a
I
top
don't
5?
think he's the most overrated though.
Who?
I think Jamal Murray is.
No, you're crazy.
Ooh, that's another
my
overrated-
God,
That is
stop
another
it.
overrated player.
Can you what?
He had one good playoff series.
Bubble,
Are y'all
that's it.
crazy?
So you talk about
That's
Jamal
it.
Murray. You talk about
So he didn't kill the Lakers last year?
That's it.
That's
Nothing
it.
else. Nothing more.
it shows
All he
up.
fucking kills is
He
the
shows
Lakers. That's all he do is kill
Well,
the
that's
Lakers.
he kills them in the playoffs when it's time to
He's a
kill.
great
They only
playoff
played
player.
twice in the play. 3 2
I don't care what happens. The regular season does not matter for the Denver Nuggets.
But what else has he done after that?
I mean, you're still in the West and you're still on that team. Well, I can't say what else he's done. Like a lot of guys, but what other guy has done what Jamal Murray
I'm
has
not
done as a
saying-
point guard? That's
I'm not
another
saying-
Not a
point.
championship.
But see, that's
no
even-
All NBA, no All
Well, that's
Stars,
even-
nothing.
Because
but
the
that's
regular
the thing.
season, he don't do nothing.
But that's the thing about Jamal Murray. I feel you, but nobody ever says Jamal Murray's like the best point guard in the league.
No one says that. We're not
And
saying
And
that.
that's when we say overrated, is when people say
Yes.
that these players are number one, number two. So my most overrated player is Devin Booker.
Yes.
Devin Booker.
Say it
the most-
again.
The most overrated player.
I'm about to kill you right there.
I
the
go
most
home?
overrated player.
Can I go home? What?
Pull up Devin Booker. Pull up Devin Booker's stats, Naeem.
Now we can.
Hey, Ian,
let's
pull
talk
up
about-
Devin Booker's stats.
Look at his stats for this year.
Let's talk about how consistent Devin Booker is.
Now, he's consistent, but the reason why I agree with you, in the biggest time, Game 7, he has 9 points versus the Milwaukee Bucks and does not show up. A lot of guys do that, and that's what bothers me about them.
One
You're
game
the
doesn't make me overrated.
It does if it's the most important game of the year. Yes, it does. If you don't show, what? If I don't show up for the most important game, what's the point of me paying you for?
That's like saying LeBron overrated because he lost 6 NBA finals.
No, that's not the same because he has 4.
So
What
after
more
when Brian had that 11 points against Dallas, was he overrated after that?
No, that was the difference because he's a
All right,
phenom.
all right, can I
He's
say
a
his
different.
numbers? Can I say
Devin
his
Booker was
numbers?
not like that. Yes, for what is
Every
this?
year in the league.
Every year in the league. Please be clear with the year.
13, 22, 24, 26, 26, 25, 26, 27, 27, 25.
Yes, numbers are
Cool.
crazy.
Yes, we love the
we
numbers.
We love the numbers, but we
I'm
said
saying
If
he's
Jaylen
overrated.
Brown was on the
All
team
NBAs. All
them
NBAs.
numbers would not look like that ever.
But he
All
has-
NBA.
But he has people on the team with him, and what does he have? Nothing. Right
Yes.
now, what are they? The 12th seed.
that's
It's because they don't work. The people
but
think,
if you're that great,
you
it
can't
should
say
work.
that though. You can't say that though.
no,
'Cause
just because you that great doesn't.
I'm
mean
gonna just
it
say the
works,
same thing
though.
for Jaylen Brown though.
Yes,
When
it
he goes
does.
somewhere else and he doesn't do
If
it,
you're-
it just doesn't work. I can't make that excuse for him.
If you're really the generational and the great players make things work.
What makes him overrated? What makes Devin Booker overrated?
What? Look
he
at his
doesn't
accomplishments.
win.
I'm saying he doesn't win. When they were playing the Mavericks, was that 2-3 years ago?
Yep.
And it was Dallas versus the Suns. Luka killed him, and he only had like 13 points.
We never looked
I
at,
got a hot
but we
take
never
for you.
looked at Jamal Murray as a top defensive point guard.
I got a hot
And that's
take for
no,
you.
and that's my point with Jamal Murray. Nobody's saying Jamal Murray
Yes,
is a top
nobody's
anything.
saying that. Nobody's
I
saying
can't
that.
say you overrated if I'm not saying you top anything.
Right.
Wait, can I explain why I think Jamal Murray overrated? Because they still say the Nuggets championship contenders. How?
They are.
got Joker.
Yes.
No, you can't just win by yourself. Yes,
Okay,
his players
so
not
every
that
time,
good.
if you go look at those Nuggets series, every time they won a game, Jamal Murray was putting up 20-something points to help. Joker cannot do it by himself.
That's what
He
the
has
thing-
shown that.
that's
the
what the thing.
the only way they are good is if Jamal Murray plays well in the playoffs. That's the only. Yes, Joker's gonna get off, but the only other reason is Jamal Murray.
Is Jamal Murray going to get off this year without them players from previous years?
I think they're gonna be scary. I'm gonna think they're a team you don't want to play
Hey,
against.
Naeem, I need you to pull up Devin Booker's accomplishments, right? And tell me how many All NBAs he has, right? So if he has more than 2 to 3
You already know what he has.
All NBA teams, right?
Gold medal.
And he has a gold medal. I forgot about
No
the
chip.
gold medal.
Does he have a rookie of the year?
An All-NBA first team, an All-NBA third team, and 4 All-Stars.
Okay, so let's talk about that, right? Y'all say he's
Can you
overrated,
look at
right?
Jamal Murray's while he's talking?
Y'all
Good?
say he's
Jamal Murray
over.
has nothing. I don't have to look. I already
Yeah, he don't
He's a
have
champion.
shit to his name.
He's a
he
champion,
has
but-
a championship.
and he has the best player on the team. Go ahead.
He has a first team. You said a second
And
team
the third team.
and a third team,
4
right?
All Stars.
So that means he made NBA, the All NBA team 3 times. So that means
Yeah.
he's been a top 15 player in the league 3 times, right? Why? So how does that make him how is he overrated?
Because now, like he said, he has nothing to show for it but accolades. Now, let me stay right there.
Only thing he doesn't have as an MVP or
He's
championship.
never been in an MVP conversation.
Exactly. Let's go
That year
there.
they went to the
look
chip.
that
Yes,
up.
he was.
He's
me
never
look it
been.
up.
What was he, MVP number 7?
Yeah,
No, I
don't
think
say
he's
it like that.
I think it was like 5 or 4.
That don't count. We're talking about 1, 2, 3. 1 and 3.
MVP voting.
Thank you. Exactly what I just
Championship
said.
year, he was 4th to MVP
And did
voting.
nothing in the finals when it was counted.
Look up his finals
When
numbers.
it counted. When
One
it counted.
game,
Go look at the
bro.
last game in the finals.
One
bro.
game don't determine
It
like
do-
how good
no.
you are.
When it's game, what's the most important game in any NBA history?
The finals.
It's Game 7 is the most important time
To
in the
be
NBA.
fair,
Huh?
that was Devin Booker first time ever in the playoffs.
Yo, nobody talks about that.
Wait,
though.
what?
That was
His
Devin
first
Booker.
time in the playoffs
He went to-
against a top 15 player Ever.
I mean,
Ever.
we're just talking about why we talk about him and he hasn't done anything.
What else
What
hasn't
else can he do?
he only thing
How
he
long has
hasn't
he been
done
in
is
the
win a
league?
championship.
7 years, 8.
The only thing he hasn't done is win a
You
championship.
just said the same thing about Luka.
So now, no,
you
stop.
can't- okay.
Cannot
Why
say
can't
that.
we?
Because
No,
Luka is a
you don't
generational talent.
He
Never-
has not won an MVP or a championship. How many All NBA teams he got?
Who,
4.
Luka?
Single year.
He has 4.
He's been in the league
Luka-
5-6
Luka-
years.
Every year, Luka has
Debo
been.
got four-
Besides
got-
this year, Luka has damn near
Luka
been
does
100.
not
Besides
have-
his rookie year,
You get what Arena said this. He's
What?
not a generational talent.
you're crazy.
He's
No,
a
and this-
generational player.
No, and that's the thing.
Okay, that's fine. That's what I mean.
You can
My
say
fault.
either or,
Sorry about the
but that's
talent
the-
word.
no,
Sorry.
Devin Booker.
With Devin Booker, he was never expected to be a top player because when he get drafted 14,
Yeah.
so he's always been on an average team. When he made it to the playoffs, he had a good team. He had a championship caliber team,
Yep.
and he was never able to come. This year, he has KD. They are not even going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, with Bradley.
I don't care.
Don't even say.
They're
So
not-
you gotta throw the context in there. Don't
What's the
just say they're
context?
not going to make the playoffs.
They're not good this year at
Just
all.
talk about how the team does not work together.
But you
Jordan-
making excuses.
What
But
you
when you
mean?
are
You're making
name
excuses.
one other player that with all NBAs and can't make the playoff. And he's basically been healthy all year. Name one other player.
That's a good point.
Name one other player that's like
That made that all that and didn't make the playoffs.
And now we got the play-in, so it's saving them.
Shea,
What year he didn't make the playoffs when he was all what?
when he averaged 30, his first year, he didn't make the playoffs.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, please look it up. What did he? But no,
I remember because he was MVP talk and he averaged
What, 2
30,
years
but
ago?
we didn't make the playoffs.
2 years
I'm an
ago.
OKC fan. I'm
2
going
years
to remember
ago.
that.
2 years ago.
2 years
Yes.
ago.
That's
the first time he
His
averaged
first
30.
breakout year.
This is third year averaging 30.
His first breakout year. Okay.
2022. Shea was 5th in MVP talks.
That doesn't
First
mean
team All
anything.
NBA did not make the playoffs.
Thank you.
Okay, so he has one. Let's be clear.
What was the
So he has
record
one.
there that year?
Yeah.
We wasn't that good. We wasn't good.
Is
that year.
Chris Paul's on the team still?
No. That's
There's the next year?
Shea didn't break out until after Chris Paul left.
Right.
I think it was the year after Chris Paul left. I think he started like flourishing.
Let's say another point. I feel like Devin Booker's nowhere near Shea in that same conversation, so it's hard to put him even in that conversation. So that's why he was saying the guy
In the conversation with
was
who
the
though?
10th
I didn't
seed.
put him in a conversation with anybody.
You know what I'm saying?
They
It's hard to
playing.
compare.
No,
You just said
wasn't no
that.
playing back then.
2 years. The play-in started 2
Oh yeah,
years
they
ago.
lost the play-in.
So that's what I'm saying. The Suns might not even make the play-in.
Yeah, that's. I feel like it still needs
No,
to
Suns
end.
gonna make it. Cause all they gotta worry about is the dollars. Come on, let's
Bro,
like,
they're the 12. They're like the 12. Look at.
Yeah, look at
at
who's
their
the
seed right-
seeding. What's the
what are they, the 12
seeding?
seed?
You saying that and now, like, come on now. I feel like this is the year to have this argument go further because if they don't make the playoffs, that's gonna look crazy for him.
So is D-Book not a top 15
oh
player?
shoot,
What?
the Mavericks in the play-in right now, and the Suns not.
Exactly. He's saying this for a reason.
Is Devin Booker
now this
not a top 15 player?
right now this league today?
Yes.
It's tough.
But it's hard.
It's tough.
Nah,
I can't name 15 players better
You
than him.
got 2 players averaging 25 or more, and we're not even in the playoffs. All that's telling me is it's not working.
No,
I
and
mean,
that's-
it's more than just
and
not
when the
working,
great
bro. You gotta
and
watch
you're
it.
a great player.
Devin Booker this year lost me.
So why is Devin Booker getting this? He and not Kevin Durant when he's one of the
Exactly my
because
point.
Kevin Durant's resume already speaks for itself.
No, that's
Yes,
cool.
it is.
But
But
he's still
KD
playing
also
right
resume
now.
shows that he can't win without players.
Yes, we
without
understand.
Steph Curry.
Nobody can win.
Nobody can. He
Yo,
did it though.
He had Kyrie and James Harden.
Listen,
he had Devin Booker.
Yes.
And who else? Did
so
he have?
when he
And
played with
Westbrook.
when he played with Kyrie and James Harden, they
Steph,
played with each other
Clay,
7
Draymond.
times.
How many times did he play with Kyrie? He played with Kyrie a lot.
That they lost that game. That team was terrible, low key. You know it was. You talk about
Why can't the
context,
Suns be terrible?
huh?
Why can't the Suns be terrible?
I'm not asking
it
a
just
lot of the
doesn't
Suns.
No,
Just make the playoffs.
Yeah, make the playoffs and we'll
Just
shut
make
up.
the playoffs. And they have enough
Wait,
talent
what?
to make the playoffs.
Bradley
They-
Beal is
they-
catching his own private
Why
jet
is
to the game.
One man catching all the heat when you got Bradley Beal, All NBA.
He's
Because
a franchise
everybody-
player. He's
Y'all
a
telling me
franchise
he the
player.
first
Kevin
all
Durant
NBA
expectations should be way different than Devin
Kevin
Booker.
Durant's also 37.
Yes. What are you talking about?
He's getting old.
Still giving out gas. He's still giving out gas.
Oh my God.
We
Still
go
gonna
up
guess.
James to a standard every year.
Why do the expectation change for why don't Kevin Durant have the same
Because
expectation?
they're not even in the same caliber. He already did his resume.
Who's
speaks for
not
itself.
the same caliber?
I can't look at Kevin Durant and be like,
Kevin
you're
Durant,
overrated.
Devin Booker
You're
is not in
underrated.
the same
Nothing.
caliber. And Kevin Durant is better than Devin Booker.
Exactly. So you cannot. That's why he doesn't get the heat. You're not understanding the whole
He
point.
should get the heat. When you have the best player on the team, you
now
should
at
get the
37,
heat.
when you have 2 rings and all the accolades have, he just passed. Did he just pass somebody and scored?
KD's supposed to get the heat.
He's
This is
supposed to
Bro-
get the
He's
heat.
not the franchise
This-
player
This
though.
is Bros. I just want everyone to know it's Bros.
Yeah, it's Ambrose here. Shout out to everyone who's on the last episode 2. Yeah, let me give you some. What's good, bro? Talk to
All I'm
us.
trying to say is KD's supposed to get the heat. But let me ask you this. Why are the Suns, first of all, let them get into the playoffs, let them get into the play-in. They're not going to make the play-in. That's the crazy part.
Talking.
Yeah.
Now, here's my thing. When is KD going, or KD, Bill, Booker, pick one,
Yeah.
going to take the back seat? What did D-Wade do when Bron came over? I'm going to
Yeah.
take the back seat. What did Bron do right
Well,
now when Luka came over?
If you look at
I'm going to take the back seat.
Kate,
When guys, who's supposed to take the back seat? That's my question.
And
Devin
KD
Booker.
is.
And I
No,
honestly,
Yeah, Kevin
KD
Durant is
for-
supposed
KD
to,
is.
but
exactly. You just said he's 37, right?
Yeah.
He should be taking the back seat.
Yeah,
go look at his
Devin-
numbers. Go look at his numbers and tell you look at the backseat. If you watch this year,
I'm
first
just
of all,
saying, so you agree KD should see?
no. I'm telling you that I don't think KD should take the backseat anywhere he goes with the number he's giving up. Now,
the back seat, why is he not getting the blame?
wait,
That's
you're not
exactly
no, because I'm gonna say it one more time. They're not
I'll
friends.
take a private jet too. If I got
No,
paid
but you're not
money.
understanding. If they're not friends, I'm not taking no backseat to no guy I'm not a friend with, especially when I am better than you. We already said
So
Kevin
they
is better
gotta
than
be
you.
besties for them to take the back seat.
There's
said they
got to
gotta
be
be
some
friends.
type of chemistry. You
Yeah,
know
you do
that,
have
bro.
some
Come
type of-
on.
You gotta have some type of chemistry
There's
to be
no
like,
chemistry.
yo,
It's
I'm gonna
literally,
just take the
bros,
back.
you take a turn. All right, I'm gonna take a turn. Damn, bros, why you take three
Well,
turns?
is that-
Look at
I'm gonna
Bron
take
and
three
D-Wade.
turns.
Is that
That's
not
what
the
they do.
coach? They done had.
But you gotta
Yeah,
look
three
at, but you gotta look at Bron and D-Wade. D-Wade was like, yo, I'm gonna take the back seat.
Right.
Yes.
And look at them now. They're best friends.
Yes.
Like you have to
I
have
think
some
that's
type
a-
of
They're
chemistry
not
to be
friends.
like, you gotta have some type of chemistry to be like, yo,
I think it's
you know
more.
what?
of a-
I'll let you take the keys and
Yeah.
I'll do this.
I don't think it's friends, but they need to
I
have
don't think it's.
respect.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it's more
And
of a
that's what it
respect.
is. But that just shows you to Devin Booker because when KD was with Kyrie, what was going on over
But
there?
I think Devin-
he loved
But
Kyrie
see-
taking
let me-
either the last
let me say
shot.
this-
He loved Kyrie.
Let me say
I'm
this
not-
last.
what?
Let me say this last point.
Yeah.
And it's not about being friends. Let's talk about Kobe and Shaq. You think they was friends, but we three-peated. I said we because we're Lakers fans over here.
Respect.
No,
It's about respect.
It's
saying the number
it's about
one-
being professional.
You're saying two guys were the
And
number one at their
and-
position.
But I don't even think
You're
Kobe
saying two
tried to
guys are
take
the
the
number one.
back
There's a,
seat.
there's
He
a
just
different
had
respect
to.
level there. That's different though. Devin Booker's not the number one in his position. Kevin Durant is not the number one in his position this year. So that's another point. Now, was he? Yeah, but now when he came to the Suns, thank you. And like I said, the franchise player. This year, Devin Booker lost him on you bum ass nigga. I need the Suns to win. He goes to the line and misses. He was missing free throws left and right. Now, that's not the most important game. But
Steve,
what I'm
bet
trying to
had
tell you
on-
shows
how
up.
much- you had a bet on that one?
Yeah, I would have won 2K for that.
Yo, I just wanna wait. I just wanna get
Hold
back
on.
to it,
Can I-
right?
can I say
How is
something?
Devin Wait, hold on. Let me say
Hold
this
on,
real
man,
quick,
hold
even
on.
before I forget. How is Devin Booker the most overrated player to you, right? And he's the second best shooting guard in the league.
I'm saying it's all about expectation.
Hold
You're
on, he's
overrated-
second? Hold.
No.
It's
You're-
Ant-Man,
okay,
then him.
You're okay. You're overrated based upon what people put on you.
There's only 5. Go ahead.
You're overrated based on what people put on you.
But
Everybody,
nobody
just like,
talks
Let him
about
talk,
that.
Naeem.
no,
Let
people
him talk.
Right.
nobody talks about. Just
Let
like
him
Jamal
talk.
Murray. No, I feel what you're saying, but nobody says Jamal Murray's that great. They say he's a good compliment
Yes.
to Joker.
Yes.
But with Devin Booker, when you talk, just like you're saying, he's all these first teams. He's first team this. And just like when you said SJ, you made a good point. They didn't make it, but SJ's building his career. He finally got some pieces next to him. When they make the playoffs, Jalen Williams wasn't a man. They didn't have Chet Holmgren. They didn't have a team. Devin Booker has had good teams.
He has one good team, and that was the year he went to the playoff. I mean, to the finals.
He has
This-
a good,
this
he has
year's team
he
is a
has
good team,
talent-
bro.
This
he has
year's
a-
team, I wasn't counting this year's
Not
team.
for- He has
Because the
talent.
year's not
Okay,
over
listen,
yet.
He has talent on his team.
Yes.
Their talent. If they can get it
Right
together,
now, I just said I'm not counting this year
No,
because
I
the year's
said-
not
no,
over.
I'm just saying he has talent on his team, and it shows what he. Because just like the Suns is his team,
Mm-hmm.
he's that franchise player. He's supposed to bring the team together.
Like
Before-
when he,
Go ahead.
But how
Before
much
KD
blame
was
can
there,
how much blame can he take when there's other Hall of Famers on the team?
you're the franchise. I'm gonna keep saying y'all don't understand that.
when KD before KD got there, name the other All Star that was there.
I'm not gonna say there
was
was an all star.
DeAndre was it
No.
1? He
No.
wasn't
I
on
don't,
that
they
year?
don't, I
No.
don't think you need an all star, but they had good pieces at every position.
Devin Booker didn't have no good pieces
had
after
Mikal
before Kevin
Bridges.
I can
Durant.
see
They
if he
had-
had a Paul Gasol type level, a non-all.
They got rid of Mikal Bridges though.
I'm saying they got rid of him, but I'm saying they had a well put together team. They try to sell out and get bigger stars on their team. That's even kind of to me what happened with the Sixers.
You know why I don't think Bradley Beal working with them? I don't think Book and Kevin Durant wanted Bill on that
They
team.
did.
Yeah, they didn't want
They
him.
don't mess. They
didn't
don't
want
mess
him.
with him.
Even with
He's
Bill-
not good anymore either.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
he's
I'm
not
saying
good
It's
anymore.
not even that he's not good. It's like it could have been the Office. We signed him. Fuck the players. I don't care what y'all.
Right,
the
right, right.
Even
I
the
feel
bad
that.
part about Bill was he came off injuries. They thought they were going to get the Bill who he used to be. They traded him. He's not that guy no more. And that's even the worst part. he was a 2. So you got him trying to play point guard. He's never shown that he could play point, and they're trying to make him do that now. It's not him.
Yeah.
So that's even the worst part. They got players they thought could play good together. But hey, Devin Booker, it's on you to make it decently work. I'm not saying you need to make the finals every year. Not everybody going to win a championship.
Yeah, come on,
But be
y'all.
competitive.
Yes.
Be competitive. And Devin Booker, that's what I put on you.
Yes.
Be competitive.
As the franchise player.
I've seen him lose too much. And when you guys throw Luka's name in there, Luka's teams to me have been trash. I
feel like him and Luka had the same teams.
No. Are you
Before
crazy?
the Kevin Durant?
No.
I might be spicing it.
You are spicing it. What are you saying?
At one point, when
he had Jalen Brunson. He was better than Mikal Bridges.
Jalen Brunson was a no. That's why they got rid of him. If he was that good, they would have kept him. If they knew that Jalen Brunson on the Knicks,
you can't even say that because you saying if he was that good, they would have kept him. They just traded Luka.
Well, that GM
if he was that good, they would have kept him, but they traded Luka.
No, don't say it. Luka had their own. They retired him.
Luka is a generational player, and he got traded.
Yes.
So what makes you think they was going to keep Brunson?
But you know that
and
was
Brunson
for
didn't get
else.
traded. He left.
No, they didn't sign him. That's
They
what I'm
didn't sign-
saying.
that's a part of
even
it, though.
worse. They
That's a
didn't
part
sign
of
him
it.
back.
Luka got traded.
I feel you. No, but I'm saying,
Traded.
Anybody
Not
get
walked
traded.
away in free agent. He got traded.
but I'm saying the Brunson that's now, he wasn't the Brunson.
I'm not saying, but Brunson on the Mavericks was better than Mikal Bridges on the Suns.
Nah, I'm saying they're comparable. He was putting up what? 17
They are
games?
they are comparable.
Jalen Brunson putting up almost 30 now. When he was on the Mavs, he was putting up 17. And who else did they have?
Brunson beat a number 1 seed Utah Jazz by itself without Luka. They had the number 1 defense that year. Utah Jazz had the number 1 defense that year, and he was frying them niggas.
And guess
No,
who
what I'm
Mikal Bridges was playing with?
Who?
Devin Booker's bum ass. That's why they didn't go nowhere. Anyway, let's go to the next topic.
Yo, y'all be
Let's go to the next.
Y'all
Yo,
be disrespecting Devin Booker, man.
All right, so as we said, what was that? What was that? Underrated? No, that was
most underrated.
That was overrated. Who is one of our most underrated players that is not talked about enough? I'm gonna say one because my man.
Sabonis.
Okay, he said some. So
Sabonis.
who you about to say?
I was about to say, your man, you talked about a Greek freak is underrated. Like, he's not talked about enough. I feel like we forget about him.
Who, Greek Freak?
Yeah, listen what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, but you're not.
That's but he's not.
He don't get the
nobody
light. Nobody talking about it.
Nobody talks about
Nobody
how
talks
great
about
he
it.
is.
Yeah, like
so
he's-
I don't think he's underrated. I think he's underappreciated.
Okay,
so he's more so underappreciated. Like
I say underrated when he's always the MVP.
Yeah, he's a
Okay, my fault.
he's more
two-time MVP.
underappreciated.
Underrated. It's hard. That
Mikal Bridges. You got
Giannis just a good
Mikal
guy.
Bridges.
He in a small market.
Scotty Barnes is underrated.
Scotty Barnes, I like
Scotty
that.
Barnes is
no,
underrated.
Scotty Barnes like it
here's
this
my
year.
thing.
No, he's not. He's at a big market team, bro.
I don't, So
What
my
that mean?
underrated is Donovan Mitchell.
No.
You're underrated.
Underrated. Well, you gotta watch.
Donovan Mitchell.
He's the most overrated.
Yeah,
He said Donovan Mitchell has done what quickest to 10,000 points ever.
Okay, so let me ask you. You
Listen,
said Donovan Mitchell the most underrated player, right? And you
underrated.
said Devin Booker
Wait,
was the
hold
most
on.
overrated. Is he better than Donovan Mitchell?
What did Donovan Mitchell do that Booker didn't do?
That's exactly what I was just about to get into. That's why he's my brother.
Booker went to the finals. He might have played
What D.
shitty
Mitch
last
did.
game.
But even with Donovan Mitchell always made it. You're saying who did Donovan Mitchell really have? The Jazz was a cool team.
Rudy
I'm not
Gobert, a
saying- Rudy
3-time
Gobert-
DPOY.
Rudy Gobert's over. He might shit. We should have brought Rudy Gobert when it came
They
over.
were number one in the
no.
West, so
'Cause
whoever
we not-
was on
fuck
that team
no.
had to
Rudy
be
Gobert's
somewhat good.
he's a four. I think he's a 4-time defensive player.
If-
And he's it's 4 times.
How many times you
is
think
the
he
same-
deserved it?
Is he? He not.
So even if he had 2 or 3 DPOYs, why is he overrated?
bro, when you say you 3 or 4, who are you comparing yourself to the centers all the time?
Ben
Dwight
Wallace.
Howard.
Wait,
Dwight Howard.
can
Was
I-
never-
can I-
What the
can I
fuck?
speak
Ben
on
Wallace wasn't even that good.
Hold on, can I speak on that? Can I speak on that?
What did Ben Wallace do other than play
Can I
defense?
speak on what you just said?
Yes, sir.
How is Rudy Gobert putting his name there when he's not giving himself the award? All he's doing is working out, going to the gym, playing. They giving me the award. So how's
Because the NBA gets it wrong sometimes.
No, the worst part
So
about
how y'all mad at Rudy
I'm not
Gobert?
just-
Huh?
how you gonna blame me?
No,
I'm
the
not
worst
blaming
part-
you. We're just talking about like that's what it is. I'm not saying.
No,
Rudy
you-
Gobert not sitting here saying this.
No, one of the biggest problems with Defensive Player of the Year is they consider defensive rebounds
Defense.
defense. And that's the biggest problem with Defensive Player
All right,
of
let
the
me
Year.
ask you a question. This is just for you.
I like that.
Let me ask
I like that a lot. I like that a
Hold on,
lot.
let me ask you a question, right? Because my man Feek used to ask me this question all the time, right? You don't watch.
I'm not gonna. He says I don't watch. I watch a lot. I'm not saying I watch, but I show love to all sports. Shout out college wrestling. Was just in Philly last week. We talk we from Jersey, baby. We wrestle in Jersey too. We watch everything around here.
Rudy Gobert is like a walking 10 and 12.
That's trash.
That's trash.
This is where you get it confused.
Why is that
This
trash?
I told my brother the other day.
Why is
This where
10
you
and
get
12
confused.
trash?
I want
10
defensive
and
player
12
of the year.
average.
I want defensive player of the year.
For him.
And I expect me to score.
Look up Andre Drummond.
You know what it is?
stats.
I got the point that I said about
Look up
John Morant.
Andre Drummond stats from you real
That's
quick.
fine. As you do that, I got a point to help you out. Rudy Gobert does not get better.
Yes.
So that is another point where he could be overrated. John Morant is different than what I'm saying, but what has Rudy Gobert done differently when he was DPOI the first time till now?
Okay, let me ask you something. Was Utah Jazz ever a number one defense?
You said yeah, right? There was that. Yes.
They were.
Yes.
Was Minnesota ever a number one defense?
Yes.
Who two teams did Rudy Gobert play for?
Obviously, Minnesota and Jazz. We know that. Yes. We
So
know. Yes.
if Rudy Gobert, right?
Yes.
If Rudy Gobert,
I'm crazy.
if Rudy Gobert is making these teams have the number one defense, why is he overrated?
I'm saying when you're the second
And all
option,
he's doing is getting these DPOYs, and that's it.
and that's the
Not
problem. But that's what
all
I'm saying.
stars, not all
Because
NBAs.
as an all-time defense, like you said about the defensive rebounds, if they really like took into consideration about like on the floor, like the perimeter, he cannot guard the perimeter.
How many bigs can guard in the perimeter? It's only one that I can think of.
No, but we're talking about DPOIs now. We're talking about DPOIs. Like you have to be able to guard on all around. That's why.
Okay.
That's
the
what I'm
only
saying.
big I can think
when you
of.
say that, when you say on the perimeter, Ben Wallace can't guard these niggas now.
Yeah, he can't.
But Ben Wallace was also in the league. What was his blocks that year? You don't
but that's cool.
don't bring
But
Ben
you
Wallace
say
into this
on
right now. Ben
perimeter.
Wallace was 10 times better than Rudy
Perimeter,
Gobert.
you
Yeah, I was exaggerating.
Yeah, you
I was.
exaggerating that. He's 10 times
But
better.
that's a
Than him.
different game now. Because
Like did Rudy Gobert lead the NBA in rebounds this year? All these DPOIs. Was he leading the league in
I
rebounds that
don't
year?
know if he was
like
leading
that's
the league.
another point
I know
of
he
why
was
we
top-
talking
I know
about
he was
it.
like top 3, top
No,
2.
he definitely was top.
But that's my
Listen.
thing. Like if he's getting DPOYs, right?
Yeah.
And he's leading the league in blocks and rebounds.
Yeah,
And he's there just to play defense. Why is he overrated?
no,
because he
okay.
doesn't get better.
Well,
I
no,
just we're not. No.
Yeah, how much better can he get?
No, you're not listening to what we said. We did not say like he wasn't supposed to get better as a defender. He does not get better. So when he's saying it's light, at some point it gets repetitive where it's like, okay, you're gonna do this. We know.
Right.
What else are you going to do?
But
When are you?
I can't-
There were games where he was
just-
getting pulled out in the fourth quarter because obviously his offensive ability. That was a problem.
But
That's
he's
why-
a defensive player.
I
so
understand that.
why are we talking about offense if Rudy Gobert is only getting defensive player of the year? He's not getting all NBAs. He's not getting MVP.
I'm
He's
about to
not
help
getting
you.
all
I'm about to
stars.
help you.
He's getting defensive player of the year.
Name one.
Go ahead.
Name one center that is just defense in the league and is considered a top center. You're gonna say, "Oh, there's no centers. There's no shooting guards." So Jaylen Brown, same thing. So when you talk about Rudy Gobert being like top 5 and he's getting pulled out of games, and he's not getting better. That's why I'm not talking about just the defense. He is not getting better. So that's why we're saying overrated.
But that's where my issue come in at. Why do we give a fuck about the other side if we're talking about how good of a defensive player he is?
well, we talk about overrated. That's all we talk
Yes,
about. I didn't
so
say overrated defender.
But that's
I said
why
overrated.
I think. But like I feel like that's why like he shouldn't be overrated because he's only there to block shots and grab rebounds, and he
But
excels
I
at that.
can name a bunch of guys that are doing that he
Name
can
'em.
be possibly
Name 'em.
replaced.
Name 'em.
Jalen Duren.
No,
Jalen Duren.
not doing the same
Let me
thing
say something.
Rudy
Well,
Gobert's
here's the
doing.
word. So when the Jazz were making the playoffs, right? Who was the second option on that team?
Rudy Gobert. No, I wasn't Rudy Gobert.
wait.
It wasn't Bogdanovich. I don't know how to say
Wait,
his
how
name.
was that my fault? Y'all made me second option.
Because that's what when you get in the payroll and you get in the money and you make it.
It wasn't Rudy Gobert. It was
When you-
Bogdanovich
when
and
you
Joe
make it-
Ingles.
When you make it
They was the
35
second and third options.
When you're making 35 to 40 million, you're supposed to be the second option. And that's what point when you get to the playoffs, right? And you playing against Joker, you playing against AD in the playoffs.
Right.
You're supposed to stop these guys.
Right.
He cannot do that at all. So just like you said, there's no centers. Not every night in the NBA you're gonna play a good center.
Do you think
So
Giannis
the
is a good
AD
defender?
So the AD stopped the Joker and he like at
And
any
they
moment,
consider him the best
But they're
defender.
equal
No,
out.
but his numbers spoke for
it's
something. He's
not.
supposed to win DPOI that
Yeah,
last
I
year.
don't know.
Offensively, his numbers offensively spoke for itself.
Defense too for AD last year.
Jokic?
No, wait.
That's what he's saying.
Oh, no, but Joker
But
torched
that's what
everybody
we're
had
trying
a
to
magical
get at.
year.
We're trying to
That's
say
what he just
Rudy
said.
Gobert can't stop the top centers, but all the other players and all the other players on the team, he's stopping these players.
But that's what I'm
bro.
saying. You're Rudy Gobert, right? Joker gets 28, 12, and 11. And you're getting 10 and 15.
Marcus Smart had DPOY, right?
Wait, you
What
can't
did Curry
bring
do
up-
to him?
You can't bring up.
What did Steph Curry do to him? What did Steph Curry do to Marcus Smart?
But he deserved it. He could guard almost all 5 positions. I mean, almost. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a difference. See how different that is.
How many bigs? How many bigs can guard in the perimeter? Do you think Giannis is a good defender?
Giannis is a great defender.
But he can't guard in the perimeter. He can't.
I'll trust
to
Giannis
save his life.
Bronny just torched him on that wing. Crazy.
So, out of every defensive player that ever won the award, who's stopping Luka on that same exact shot? I said Island.
That I 100%. Nobody stopping Luka.
Right.
He smiled, but I'm saying Luka played somebody the other night.
And you see how you brought up his personality now. What you mean? Like,
but that's what I mean.
I'm saying Luka
was hype to
Luka
see
was
him.
Hype. When you see when Luka, there's a center out there. Luka smiles.
Yeah.
He wants to step back through on every center that he gets switched.
Yeah,
on.
don't make it
That's what
seem
I'm
like
saying.
it was just anybody.
How can I be overrated if?
No, I'm saying really.
I'm getting cooked by the best niggas.
I just told you because he does not get better. So when you keep doing the same thing, and you don't win anything.
So he's consistent.
I mean, you could be consistent, but
So why is he overrated if he's
that's not
consistent?
enough to win.
Yes,
In the
and that's what
playoffs,
gets
it's not
overrated.
enough
But we
to
don't
win.
look at Rudy Gobert as the player to be the reason why
When
my
you
team
tell me he's the
wins.
number one
Rudy Gobert
defensive
might
team
legit
and they don't get a
be the
defensive
13th
stop
option
to
on
win a
his team.
game, yes, you do.
Rudy Gobert is probably not even the third option on his team.
You might go
Not
to the
even
GM
at all.
score before
That's
Rudy
cool,
Gobert.
but that's the point. He doesn't get better. All the
All
centers
he's
in the
doing
league,
is-
are getting better and developing.
That's what I don't like, because there's a lot of centers we talk about, like Tyson Chandler's. What numbers?
You
was he-
talk about a different era, though. We talking about today's era that Rudy Gobert is in. Don't say that. Rudy Gobert is the
but
Tyson
you-
Chandler, but it now is changing, and he's not changing. So eventually, he's going to get washed out, where we're going to say exactly what you about to say. Tyson Chandler would not last in this league
All right,
without
so
a guard.
Rafi.
And that's the point. Rudy Gobert, he needs another guard. And there's a lot of centers that don't need it. And that's why we're saying he's already because he's not changing. You know, that's a good point. Every center, we talked about Sabonis, Senguns. A lot of guys are developing. Porzingis, a lot of guys are developing. Wemby's, they're developing where he is not changing. So it's getting repetitive.
and then
all
All the players you just named has an offensive skill.
Yes.
Why do you have to have an offensive skill set to be considered a good player?
This is the NBA.
I'm there to just play defense. That's what I'm getting paid to do. I'm excelling at it.
So what's
why
the-
am I
So
overrated?
I'm about to make-
If I'm getting paid to do something, yo, feet.
ahead.
If I'm getting paid
Yes.
to do something,
Yeah.
and I'm succeeding at it
Yep.
at a high level,
Yes.
why am I overrated?
See,
Because-
that's the problem with that, right? But now we talk about money. We talk about the payroll. So once you're a $40 million player and you're defensive player of the year, you need to give some other end because it's not good. When you start playing those players like
I got a
AD
question for
and
y'all.
those
Yes.
other
Wait,
players-
hold on.
and those other players like Joker, you
Yes.
cannot keep up, and especially with the momentum of the NBA is going.
Right.
It's points are scored.
Yes.
So we have you out there and you can't
Yes.
score. Now we take you out.
Wait, let him talk.
If we have to take you out now because
Yes.
it's not.
If Rudy Gobert had some type of post move that he developed, and I'm not saying he doesn't have anything, but if he started developing a mid range, if his free throw percentage went up, if he could just dribble handoff more, you know that team would be better.
And matter of fact, to keep it 100 with you, because I do get what you're saying. Like Ben
Yeah, I
Wallace.
get it.
The best example we're gonna say is Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace.
Tony
was a
Allen
defensive
too.
player.
Tony Allen wasn't
Yeah.
no scorer, but he's considered a good player.
No, but Ben Wallace was a defensive player. But they had all those other players to score. Now in today's
Same
NBA,
thing for Rudy Gobert.
Let him finish.
But now in today's NBA, you can't just play defense.
That's the point we're trying to make. You're not understanding. I just named all these centers
The players are going to score
for you
So
to be
now-
successful.
And and then you have to take him out sometimes because we're gonna put a 4. We're gonna put somebody that can stretch.
Because
you can't go
now,
out there.
guess who's guarding Rudy Gobert and LeBron? LeBron's guarding the worst player, offensive player now, and to hide him so he could be more successful on offense. If Rudy Gobert had some more of a threat, he would help the floor. I'm not saying you got to make threes and all that.
I get that.
But that's what I'm saying.
I feel like I get that. Like he could be a whole lot better player. I get
Rudy
that.
best
Yes.
year in Utah in the playoffs is 17 and 12.
we're not
What more
talking
can he
about
do?
we're not talking about them years. We're talking about now, today.
He don't gotta do nothing no more.
He could have had 25.
But that's the thing. He don't have to do nothing no more. Timberwolves have Nas Reed, Julius Randle, Nikhil, and DiVincenzo.
So you don't know basketball. So you mean to tell me if Rudy
They don't
Gobert
need
could
Rudy
make
to
clutch
score.
free throws, it's not going to help the team because that's what's going to end up happening.
He does
That's what
that.
makes.
He does
That's
that,
what makes.
though.
But I'm just saying that's what he does. But he has not gotten better. Go look
watched
at his numbers
Rudy
all over the
Gobert.
years.
He needs to
I
get
watched
better.
Rudy
He had
Gobert.
people that scored.
I watched Rudy Gobert
Timberwolves
like
fan,
three,
by the way.
like
Timberwolves
3 games
fan. Let's
straight,
go.
get 3 blocks in the first half.
Yes,
He
absolutely.
does that a lot.
Yes, absolutely.
He is not overrated.
Did they win that game you're talking about?
Wait, hold on.
Did they win that game?
Yeah,
the game I watched.
I don't know. I didn't watch
Wait,
it. I'm
Lassie, can you really look at his numbers, please? Like his numbers, Rudy Gobert's, and just see if they like. Because if they go down, that's another point to this. You're not even. You're gonna say, "Oh, it's the team." Oh, it's this. No, you can't.
But look up.
Come on.
And look.
That's
up how
why
long,
it becomes overrated.
And
Because
look up how long he's been playing.
yes, but you're understanding. But if you're a DPOY, he's still good. You're not saying like, okay, he's older now. He's not supposed to. No, he's supposed to do that, right? So if his numbers was whatever they were, it was almost like 20. You said
His numbers went down when he went to Minnesota.
exactly. So now.
He had
4
more
other scores.
Yes,
Carl Anthony
okay,
Towns.
but you're not understanding the point. If you are that good, when you go to other teams, like we just talked about Jaylen Brown, you can still be at a high clip. You're gonna say it's the team. No,
He was,
it's Rudy
though.
Gobert. What?
He got a DPOY on Minnesota. did he not?
Exactly, and his numbers went down.
Because he's not shooting as many shots and getting the ball
Exactly,
as much.
because he's not getting better. Because what if he was shooting the ball, it would hurt the team.
You mean
if
to
we
tell
had
me-
more plays for him, it would hurt the team.
You mean to tell me if the roster from Minnesota was on Utah, he'd be averaging 17 and 12?
I mean,
Fuck no.
during that era,
He'd probably still be getting DPOY.
No.
His numbers would be down because he's not getting as much shots.
but I'm telling you, this is why we're saying he's overrated. You're saying the obvious. I'm
How's
telling
he
you why
overrated
he's
if he has
overrated.
4 other players that's better than him on the offensive level?
Well, I'm saying that's possibly you're right with the Timberwolves, but that's not how it was on the Jazz.
On the
Utah,
Jazz, he
averaging-
was...
What was the average on the
His best
Jazz?
years with the Jazz.
What was the average on the
Especially
Jazz?
in his years with the Jazz, he needed to do
13,
more.
Damn, shit, he was shitty to start his career.
Yeah, and then he got
8, 9, 14, 13, 15,
I'm saying
15,
his years on the Jazz,
14,
Timberwolves.
15.
Only thing I want you to do is play defense. But when he was on the Jazz, he needed to step it up when it came playoff time. He
Yeah.
had to score, especially with all the points that people are scoring. You had to score more. And then if you're that, I don't like to say if you're that great, and we have to take you off, then you're
Yeah.
not even able to play defense at all.
yeah, like that's what. Hey, listen, Rudy Gobert.
You
We
know why?
appreciate you.
Yeah,
I appreciate your blocks, all that. You would help a
fuck with
lot of
Rudy.
teams in the NBA. Yeah,
fuck with
no,
Rudy
for
Gobert,
sure.
man.
I like I said, I just don't like the whole. Yes, you could be consistent, but in the NBA, when
haters-
you are in that, when you're in that top 5 of guys, you have to start doing more. So you talking about I'm this guy, but my numbers are going down. Like the rebounds not going way up. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's other things. Anyways,
Oh,
next topic.
whoa.
This year.
Whoa.
Let me tell you.
He found...
Anyways,
found something.
I know. But
Jazz.
what?
Donovan Mitchell, 25 points. Mike Conley, 13. Jordan Clarkson, 16.
6 man of the year.
Like that.
By the way,
that team was crazy.
17 and 12.
You said
Nikhil Alexander, 10. You had 5 or more players
You just said
averaging
Nikhil
10 or more.
Alexander.
Why am I getting the
Why are
blame?
you saying Nikhil
Because you're
Alexander?
paid as a second option.
Thank you.
DPO-wise,
no.
the defensive player of the year got him that 35 to 40 million.
Okay, so let's go to another point. Like we got Jaren Jackson. He won DPOI last year and was very in the offense, correct?
Yes.
And that team was good enough where I believe he could be arguably the third option.
But that's Jaren Jackson's skill set. He had the skill
But
set
he
since
got
college.
better. He got better. Oh, we are back. We back. A little intermission. Little intermission with the camera. Shout out to Red. Remember, we are on the Playmaker Podcast Network. I'm your host, and We Trust. We have 2 more topics to end the night. Okay? We just got done talking about the Stephen A. Smith beef. We talked about overrated players, unappreciated players. We talked about role players. We talked about a lot today, and we're going to finish the night with our MVP talk. Our MVP talk. Who is your MVP? And there's probably only 2 people, maybe 3.
Number 15.
But talk to the mic.
Oh, snap. Yo, I'm tripping.
Talking to the hookah.
Weirdo.
Number 15 out of Denver. I'm an OKC fan, by the way. Shea, my favorite player, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
But Jokic is putting up like this is like a history stat, like a historical stat line that he's putting up.
Average a triple
He's
double.
like he's first in rebounds. I mean, like he like top 3 in rebounds, top 3 scoring, and he's top 3 in assists.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And
Shea-
top 2 and top 3 in steals.
Like people, I don't like he's entered that realm for me for like top 10 players for me. So he's the MVP for me.
Colo, who's your MVP?
We know it's gonna be Joker, but I'm saying SGA got a hard argument.
Yeah.
He averages 33 points.
Yes.
He has 8 assists, shooting over 50%.
The numbers. Go ahead with your guys.
You know what I'm saying? Number 1 in the West. OKC has some teams, the most wins in the season ever, by the Oklahoma City Thunder. Really, it's at a point. What more can he do?
Right.
So I'm saying this. I go to Joker because his numbers are wild. But if it go to SGA, I'm not mad at all.
I'm not mad at it neither.
I'm not
because
mad at
Okay,
all.
since you put it like that, explain to that. Do you think it should be a best player award? And
Okay.
what I mean by that, media, executives,
Yeah.
old players don't get the vote. Only players get the vote for a best player, and then you let the media do the most valuable.
Well, I'll even help.
Shea really deserves it, but it's just like Joker is just so good, like he really don't at the same time.
Well,
Yeah.
to your point, do you feel like, to answer that question, when they give the award out, like, for example, I remember, what was it, 2 years ago, when Joel, or was it last year when Joel Embiid got it? 2 years ago, it was 2 years ago when Joel Embiid got it. They already knew before that game, and he was going crazy. And Joker was going crazy too, or like Joker didn't do anything, and Joel Embiid, the year,
basically,
Joker
Joel
won it.
Embiid probably busted his ass.
He
by
outplayed him.
some
He outplayed him, but it was like, should we wait? Because
The MVP award should definitely be like regular season and the playoffs.
That's
I
what I'm
think
saying.
because it'd be like,
you can't say that though,
why can't you?
not?
because that's what they got Finals MVP for.
And now they
And
got.
that's when they
But
got.
I'm not talking about
you
finals.
should
I'm
be,
talking about, like,
but you should be
playoff
able to
time
win
should
it.
be
You should be able to win
That's
an
when they got
MVP.
Eastern Conference Finals.
But you should be able to win an MVP without winning the championship or the Eastern Conference Final or the Western Conference Final. You should be like, if I'm better than you and I don't win a championship, I'm better than you. I should
Yeah,
still
that's
be the
what-
MVP.
That's why I said they should have a Best Player award.
Yeah.
You
They
like
should have an offensive player award. Offensive player.
But how? That's gonna be hard though.
That's hard.
I'm saying it's hard.
That should have
But
probably be
MVP is hard.
Jokic or
Because
Steph
it'll be
every
Jokic
year.
every time, or Trey Young.
So even a couple years, I think James Harden was the best offensive player, but I don't think he was the MVP.
Right.
So there's a couple times that Russ, best offensive player, I don't think he deserved MVP. There's years like that. It's tough.
No, Russ deserved
Jokic,
this.
Westbrook deserved. He averaged 30, 10, and 10 that year.
And now it happens all
30.
the time.
No,
Nobody
it's a
averaged
triple-
30. Nobody has averaged 30, 10, and 10
And what
since
happened?
he did
And then
it.
what happened? He lost in the first round. I'm just saying.
I
don't
get that,
respect-
but he was the 6th seed. So
we
he wasn't
lost stats.
expected to go far.
We just talking about his stats. Like I'm saying, I get stats, but when you really leading the team and then you losing in the first round, back in my day, because Feek like to say I'm old. I respect old basketball. You had to be a top 3 seed to win MVP. You wasn't allowed to fit because that's why my dog Kobe don't got more. You had to be a top 3 seed because it goes being an MVP, it goes off wins as well.
Yeah.
That's how you
What
carry your
made
team.
Westbrook more valuable because it's like that team should never even been a 6 seed.
No, that's legit, but I feel like he's like
No, I know
trying
what
to
he's
get at.
saying, but it's like they shouldn't have been there right there.
But I'm just saying, if the year Westbrook won the MVP, if he averaged one less rebound, would he have got it? If his stats was 39 and 10,
Yes.
No, probably not.
he probably
No,
just
he
He probably would, but like you still have to throw in the fact that if he had averaged one less rebound, right? He'd average 39 and 10, right? That's not a triple double no more. How many people has averaged a triple double for a season?
I'm saying you're right. Facts. Besides Oscar Robinson.
So that
nobody-
9 going to 10 rebounds was a huge difference because that 10 made it now what? A triple double.
So that's what I'm saying. So you're going off of the accomplishment he made, and that automatically made him the MVP, though.
No,
And
but nobody has ever done it before.
And
He
I think
was the
him.
most valuable player in the league at that moment.
Because without Westbrook that year, where the fuck was OKC gonna be at?
That's a lot of teams, though. I feel you. I'm saying that's
But
a lot of
what comes
teams.
with the MVP. That's the MVP. The
Well,
MVP
that's why I think it
is-
gets into this conversation, I guess, then. If you take Shea and Joker off their teams, where are they?
I feel like
What
no
team is
lie,
gonna be
and
more
I'm an
successful?
OKC fan. I'm an OKC fan. I think if Shea get taken off that OKC team, we still a playoff team.
Yeah, y'all definitely still play out team.
We still a playoff team.
Now, you said
we're not a
Jamal Murray-
playoff threat.
You're a
We're
team.
not a championship contender.
You're a team.
But I think if
Nuggets
OKC,
ain't nothing.
if Shea get taken off the team, we're still a playoff team.
Yeah.
Jokic, no. They're not making the playoffs at all. They're not going to get close to it.
Yeah.
I don't
I
think so.
feel you.
No, you're
I
right,
feel
you're
you. I
right,
feel
you're
you. I
right,
feel you.
you're right.
That's why I think Jokic is the MVP. That's all the MVP is. Who team will be better without each other?
Yeah.
And
I'm
I
the
feel
most
you.
valuable.
I don't
I'm
think
not the best, but I'm the most valuable.
but it hasn't always went. I just go off the old school rule. If you wasn't a top 3 seed, you wasn't getting it. But it definitely changed a lot.
Where is it?
Counter somewhere in there. Just ask me anyone. But yeah, okay. No, very valid. And like I said, I feel like they don't do that enough. They just give it to first seed. in numbers where it's like, wait,
Because if I see Donovan Mitchell get a fucking MVP, I'm gonna kill my fucking self.
yeah.
Don't do that, my dog. But I'm saying he's definitely not gonna get it. He's definitely not gonna get it. But
I don't think he ever. He's never. There's a lot of guys that
Like Cat deserved it more than him.
Cat was in the running this year. You crazy?
Brunson.
Not this year.
Cat deserved it more.
Not this
Deserves
year.
it more than
Not
And
this year.
I'm saying your Knicks can't even beat a
Because
top
it's
It's regular
team.
season. It's regular season. It's regular season.
We're gonna see what them Knicks do in the playoffs.
You
man.
gonna see.
We're gonna see what them Knicks
You
do in the
gonna
playoffs.
see.
'Cause if they lose
Fuck
in the
the
first
Knicks.
round, you
We're
gonna hear
not
them.
losing in the first round.
Fuck the Knicks.
All right. So, it's right here. That's crazy. All right. So, speaking of that, let's go into our last topic. Okay. So we have Knicks fan, Knicks tape. You see Cat. You see my man Brunson. We here. Lakers fan. OKC. And my man behind the camera, Timberwolves fan, or wherever Ant-Man goes. Who's a team you do not want to see in the playoffs? West
I go
Side.
first?
West Side.
There's two teams I don't want to see. LA. Y'all not ready for the next one though.
Is it the Clippers?
No. Why would we have beat the shit out the Clippers?
All right.
The shit out the Clippers.
The shit out of them?
No, like probably 4 or 5. We
All
beating
right,
them.
go ahead. Calm down. You getting too hyped.
I really don't want to play Minnesota. The reason being,
You know it.
Yeah.
the reason being, Ant-Man confidence, bro,
Yeah.
makes him
And he make people better.
so much
Yeah.
better.
And he makes people better.
Yo, I watched him. We was up 8 against them.
Yeah.
First of all, they took us into overtime without him. He came in and got the game-winning block.
Yeah.
And I lost some money off of that shit.
Yep.
But fuck that. But I don't want to play Minnesota because Ant-Man's confidence, it makes his whole team better.
Yeah.
It makes him 10 times better. I don't want to play Minnesota.
Laker fan, is there someone you don't want to see?
Oh shit, you a Laker fan? I
We
fucking
already.
hate
I love you too, man. So definitely
hate
for a
Lakers
motherfucking fact, we don't want to see the Nuggets.
I like, yeah.
We do
yeah,
not want to see the
that's
They
it.
Nuggets.
own
I
y'all
know.
right now.
It's not even up. Nah, we beat them. I'm saying with Luka, we beat them. But the fact
I'm
that
talking about the playoffs though. They own y'all right now.
Jamal Murray gets old.
I'm saying really the problem is I'm not gonna say it's Murray. It's just the fact now that we don't got a center at all.
yeah.
Jackson, we don't want to
Jackson
see.
Hayes.
And
Jackson
that's
Hayes
what
ain't enough.
I was trying to
Jackson
tell
Hayes-
people that like when Luka got traded, I'm like, I don't know if this gonna work.
It's for the
But
future.
That's why I was
Yeah.
like, it's for the
For the
future.
future.
Like I respect it. Like like after Brown, what do we do? All right, we get Luka.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
But AD made the defense better.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm cool with the Luka trade now that I see how well he fits with the Lakers.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't want to see y'all though. I don't. Because
I wouldn't want to see us either.
I see. All right, see now I do want to see
There's
us.
only one
I would love to
team-
see it.
It's only one team I really don't want to see for real.
Talking to the mic.
Talking to the mic.
There's only
You never
one
wanna
team
talk-
I don't want to see for real, and that's
Who?
Memphis.
Yeah. Talk about them Memphis
I want to see
niggas.
Memphis.
Because
Yeah,
every time we play them, they beat us. It's
They
like
like that over there.
playoffs, they beat us in 5. It's like
Y'all
they
ass.
just beat
right
us.
now.
I'm saying, but with
You can't be talking about ass though.
I would love to
Who?
see a
Who
healthy.
can't be talking about ass what?
I would love to see a healthy job.
You won't
Versus-
see it.
I would love to see what I would love to see is a healthy job versus Anthony Edwards because in a playoff
would
series,
love
that sounds
to see that
crazy.
matchup.
And here's my hot take. I
crazy.
like y'all because the one thing about Ja, he cannot guard. No one can guard Ant-Man, but like
No,
when I'm
Ja
saying
can't
that-
guard though.
That's what I'm saying.
Ja
like,
can't guard.
So they got Bane though.
but
Nobody.
you
on
know
the
what?
ass on
Ant-Man
nobody.
is going to torch.
Yeah.
I'm just
saying.
in the
busting-
league, you don't stop nobody. You just slow them down.
Right.
No, but Bane not
right.
slowing
I take
Ant-Man
that
down.
back. I'm thinking about it. When we played Memphis, Ant-Man wasn't developed yet.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
wasn't.
exactly.
He
That's what
wasn't.
I'm
I'm only
saying.
scared of LA because of Bron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you better be scared of Luka too.
No, I'm not scared
No,
of
but
Ooh, you better
it's
be
Bron.
scared
It's Bron that take y'all over the hump. Like y'all got Luka. Like I'm cool with
Who was in
playing
the
Luka,
finals
right?
last year?
I'm cool with playing
Right.
Luka,
Who
but
was in
now
you
I
cool
gotta.
playing Luka, but they beat y'all.
Who was in the
Yeah,
finals
no,
last year?
listen.
Who was in
You're
the
a fat
finals
ass
last
nigga.
year?
But
Who was in the finals? Luka.
yes, I get that.
He
But
was.
he also had Kyrie, so let's not do that.
And now he.
I
has
mean,
LeBron.
and now he has.
And now he has LeBron.
But that's what I'm saying. Like Luka, he's great. But Bron, I look at Bron a whole different
You know
way.
what's crazy you saying this, but Luka's gonna be the one that goes crazy, and Bron gonna have his little
But
almost triple
but
double.
Bron do the
of
little,
15,
but
10,
Bron
and
do
8.
the little
the
shit that's
Lakers-
gonna
Okay,
fuck my team
the
up.
IQ and all
He
that.
gonna
Yeah.
move the
Finals
ball
MVP.
around and fuck my team up. Luka going. I know Luka gonna give me 45.
If
Bron gonna
the
go
Lakers
get
win the finals,
rebounds.
LeBron
He
win the
gonna get
finals
chased
MVP.
down blocks.
Okay, I like that. I think
Bron do
Yeah.
a lot of different shit, and he's 40.
Yes.
But he still go chase
IQ
down
is
blocks.
crazy.
Yes.
So like that's why I'm scared to play. And his IQ takes him over the hump too. Like that's why I don't want to play LA. Like
Now I'm about
Luka, you great,
Talk
but
about
Brian.
Let's talk about these crusty Knicks.
There ain't no
Let's
crusty
talk about
Knicks,
these crusty
nothing.
Knicks.
16, y'all don't want.
Can't
Y'all
be
gonna
no good
stop
teams in the
disrespecting
regular
us.
season.
Y'all don't want to
Can't
see
be the good team
Detroit.
in the regular.
No, we do want to see Detroit.
Y'all
You keep
don't.
saying this. Why don't I want to see Detroit? Say one person, and then after that, I don't know what else you're gonna say. Because that's you're not understanding. No, really listen.
The roster
He's not here.
Stewart gonna
He
beat up
wouldn't
everybody.
respect
Jaden
either.
Ivey-
Isaiah
Jaden
Stewart
Ivey-
That is being hype.
Isaiah
And
Stewart
Jaden
gonna
Ivey
run you
hurt.
out of
Yes,
the gym.
he's talking,
he's-
huh?
Isaiah Stewart gonna have everybody running. Isaiah
you
Stewart ready
stop?
he not ready to fight?
Can you-
He not. Your boy Cat.
Gonna bust his ass. Him and
he
Jalen
gonna
Durant.
Cat is gonna bust his
He
ass.
gonna
Him and
run.
Jalen
What's
Durant.
Isaiah
Not
Stewart?
Jalen Durant
Isaiah Stewart
can't
gonna give
move
him a
side
bad
to
look.
side.
Yeah, he
He
can.
gonna give
That's
him
what
a
I'm saying. What?
I fuck with
Isaiah
Jalen
Stewart gonna
Durant.
give Cat
All right,
that
cool.
look.
You want to talk about Cade and all that? That's cool.
But you saying he can't move to side, like Cat really be bringing niggas out there.
Cat, when he gets on that wing, he gonna one move and go your ass. You don't watch.
Jalen Durant can move enough for him to get the shot, the contested shot.
Okay, so when you watch the Knicks sometimes, just watch Cat. Watch how you get
Let's
off
get
him.
your answer.
Nigga, I try to tell you how good Cat was.
No,
Don't
I
tell me-
told you.
don't try to tell me
I
how
didn't know
good
if this
he
was
is.
gonna be a good
I
fit.
try to
You
tell
told me
you
Cat
how
was
good
gonna
he
do
was.
this. You knew Cat was
What?
gonna do this.
Huh?
You knew Cat was gonna do this.
Cat, I've been trying to tell you
No,
Cat was good.
but did you- no.
I didn't think it was gonna be MVP talks. I
Thank
didn't
you.
think that.
That's all I'm
I
saying.
didn't think that.
That's where I was coming
But,
from.
yo, you gotta
I'm
think-
sorry.
you gotta
Cat, I'm
think-
sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
you was-
apologizing.
you was
because
acting
I didn't
crazy,
think
bro.
I didn't think he was going to take us over the hump. I thought it was going to be another situation.
He still
where-
didn't take y'all over the hump.
Yes, he did.
It's the fucking Knicks.
No,
Ain't
he
nothing
did
to
take
take
us
over the hump.
He did
No,
take us over the hump.
no,
Without
y'all
him on the
have
So
team,
y'all winning the championship.
no, we're going to
You said
ECF.
take y'all over the hump. So y'all winning the championship.
ECF. We're going to ECF.
Bet the cheese right now.
ACF.
Bet the cheese right now.
Can I see the
Bet
matchup?
the cheese right now.
Can I see the
Bet
matchup?
cheese right
Can I see the
now.
matchup
Bet the
first?
cheese right now.
Why-
Bet the cheese right
I
now.
can't
nigga.
bet it if I don't know the
This what
matchup.
you wanted. This the national
Oh
winner.
my God.
Bet the cheese, nigga.
I can't- can I
bet
say
the
my-
cheese.
can I land?
Bet the cheese, nigga.
I'll bet the cheese once I see the
bet
playoff
the cheese. You're
picture.
not making it ACF, nigga.
Because
bet the cheese.
Jesus Christ.
Bet the cheese.
Y'all not
nigga.
making it.
Bet
The
the
Western
cheese.
Conference Finals.
Bet it, nigga.
I'm not
bet it. We
betting
make
this.
it to the WCF.
Wait,
bet
hold on. Let me really think.
Bet it, nigga.
I
What the fuck
can't
is you
bet
talking about, nigga?
Yo, I hate niggas like this
Fuck outta here,
that got
nigga.
the obvious
Bet it
answers
then, nigga.
with the best player.
But y'all not
with
making it
all
past the first
this.
round, nigga. You
We
see me
are
bet
making it past the
every
first. I already bet you that we make it past
No,
the first round.
bet it, nigga. Make sure you, nigga. Make sure you
I'm
ain't
a
my money,
realist.
nigga.
I'm not buying. See,
I
you,
bet it.
I'm
Bet
a
what?
realist.
If Lakers become 5th seed, actually, y'all gonna.
All
have
right,
to
so
play second round.
make sure when they can become the 5th seed, you got your fucking money ready. Bet that cheese, feet.
Jesus
Y'all not
Christ,
making it to the
he's drunk.
ECF. Y'all losing the first round, nigga.
No, we're not. I already bet you no, we're not.
Okay.
So the team I don't want to see, and I'm saying this, like if we see them in ECF, I'm cool. Don't know how we're gonna see
You
them.
better say Boston.
No, that's not what I'm
Cavs.
saying. I'm gonna say the Cavs. I don't want to see the Cavs in the second round.
Nigga, you don't want
The
to see
nigga
I don't wanna
Donovan
see-
Mitchell don't show up, but you not scared of Boston. And you
Can I
scared of
explain
Donovan
why?
Mitchell?
Are you gonna let me land?
Go ahead.
Why? Because they have rim defenders.
Yes. Okay. I
Oh,
respect that. I
people's
respect that.
basketball. Whoa, we done forgot.
They
What we know.
They got 2 7-footers in the same lineup.
And one of them can really fucking move. And Jalen and Jared Allen has an offensive bag to him. Like he can get a little post move.
I love Jared Allen. I respect Jared
I don't
Allen.
want to see them. I feel like
So you want to see Boston?
I mean, if it happens, it happens. I'm just saying, if I see Boston, I don't see them in ECF. Like it's up for grabs. What
So
I mean
you
by
want
that.
to see them, but you don't want to see Cleveland.
Like that's the team I don't want to see. Like
You know
I'm
why?
Like hear what I'm
ahead,
saying.
go ahead.
The teams you saying, I have to see Boston.
Right, I get what you're
feel
saying.
me?
Right.
I don't have to see the Cavs.
Like, we know that's the team. We know that's the team to be in the East.
Everybody else, we're going to beat the shit out of them because what the difference between us is we don't talk about enough. Our wings. We have 4 guys that can have 30 on any given night.
So do Boston. Boston might.
No,
get
I didn't
fouled.
say Boston did it.
No, but
I didn't say Boston. I'm
he's
talking about
saying-
to get to the
he's saying
ECF.
Boston is the obvious
No,
answer.
no other team
But
other
you're
than
gonna
us.
play Boston before you play Cleveland.
I'm okay. I'm talking about I just don't want to see them. I'm just saying in general, dog.
He's scared of
But
the Cavs.
That's
Cleveland-
what I'm saying. Like I
Cleveland-
know what Boston is. I respect Boston.
What did Cleveland do though? For you to be like, yo, I'm scared to see them.
I told you the rim defenders. Evan Mobley's taking the next step. He's in DPY talks this year.
No, Evan Mobley.
He's
Evan,
in defense.
No,
like, come on.
Evan Mobley is like that. But how good do you think he's going to be in a
Bro,
playoff?
I don't care what he got. Y'all, you sure you're not scared to see the defending champs?
Bro,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna see them. We gonna have
But
to.
that's
see
more
them.
to beat the champs. You gotta beat the champs.
Exactly. I'm talking about the obvious. You said
That's
you
what I'm
don't
trying to
gotta
tell you.
see the Lakers.
Yeah, right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? You don't gotta see. Who you
Like
say?
we don't know if we're going to
them.
see the Lakers or not for sure. Like yeah, I get
It's
what
up
you're
for
saying.
grabs. So and then keep it a bean. This is my biased opinion. I like us versus Boston. Hear what I'm saying. If we show the team that we are capable of, the biggest problem of the Knicks, the identity. We don't know who's going to give it up. I know Brunson and Cat. After that, I don't know what Mikel's going to do or OG when they have the capability of giving out 20 points, both of them, on top of Cat and them. And that's why a lot of teams don't want to see us, obviously. Like, I feel like, they don't want to play us. So, yeah. What, bros? You messed up the vibes. What you saying, bros? Hello? You going to talk? Come on. You going to talk? You messed up? Come on. The camera died? Yo, you a Laker fan. What team you don't want to see in the playoffs?
First of all, as a Laker fan, we can take anyone on.
Let's go.
Let's start that right there.
Let's go. Let's show.
I can respect that.
With Luka Don, Luka Magic, Luka whatever you want to call him, he gonna get you 30 and more. He gonna give it to you how you want it. So we good there. And we got Mr. Bron James himself. Come on now. We're not.
And we got AR-15 averaging 20, almost averaging 20.
AR-15 ain't nothing.
This nigga said, yo, and they got Bronny.
Come on now. Averaging 20 in the G League.
That's cool, I guess.
So what? But if I'm gonna be real, we only worried about two teams.
OKC and the Nuggets.
And the Nuggets.
You're not
That's
worried
it.
about the Timberwolves? No.
And Ant's my guy. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Ant is my guy.
But you're not worried about them. You cool.
Luka busted their ass.
We're not worried about nothing. And really, we're not worried about OKC.
I'm going to tell you a team y'all niggas need to be worried about on that side. I'm going to stand 10 toes down. Maybe not you, but everyone else. The Clippers. Keep sleeping on the Clippers. And
With
did
three-point
I
Ben
say the Clippers
Simmons?
were going to be good? Did I say that early on?
Feek definitely said that.
I said that. No, I believe me. James Harden's in his bag. Powell's coming over with.
Hold on,
Kawhi's healthy.
I got you.
Kawhi is healthy.
Game
and
7.
Zubac is like that.
Game
Kawhi's never
7,
healthy.
James Harden.
But
Kawhi's never healthy.
Game 7, James
He's
Harden.
healthy now.
Game 7, James Harden. What the fuck did James Harden do?
Exactly. That's
to
the
his
point.
point, though.
That's cool.
That's why the Clippers
He had
shouldn't be
15
scared.
He had 15 turnovers in Game 7.
Wait. Never mind. We passed that discussion.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard, can he stay healthy? I don't know.
I'm just saying, a fully healthy Clippers team, you should be scared. Yes, if you
I don't
worried
think
about
the
that,
Lakers. I don't think the Lakers should be scared.
We're not worried about.
I don't think the Lakers should be scared only because
My fault. As a
Zubac
Laker fan,
gonna
no.
bust
As a Laker fan,
Jackson
I gotta
Hayes'
cut in.
ass.
it's not going to be about that. It's going to be up to James Harden.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got
after
you.
that.
It's
Look,
going to be up to James
And
Harden. And James
he
Harden,
shies away.
James Harden is known for shying away in the
As
playoffs.
the Clippers
He's
are
known for that.
As the
You would
Clippers
know.
are,
And he's
our
older
little
and
brother,
he's
I got
worse.
you.
Yeah.
As the Clippers are our little brother and will always be.
Okay.
Don't got one championship. It's like Bronny playing Bron. It's easy out here.
I'm just
Let's
playing
go,
devil's
man.
advocate. Make sure you're on your toes. I'm making sure you're on your toes. All right. Well, to be that
Yo,
for that. No, it's not.
he just said that.
No, it's not. All right. So with that being said, okay. So really appreciate y'all coming here. Okay, this was episode 3 of on the Playmaker Podcast Network. I am your host, Infeek We Trust. This is Pregame on Cloud Feed.
Free to real,
episode
free to
3.
real.
We're going to play this last song as we go off.
Shout out to my man Young Maji, man.
Yeah, shout out
from
to
the
Young
same
Maji.
trenches.
Same
My
trenches.
man,
I want this
100 grand.
Maji back, though, dog. I want this pain
It's
Maji back. I
YMO.
want this one back. So we're
Shout
going to
out
play it real
Bronny.
quick. Fuck Bronny.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah. Let's again. Yeah. Get into this bag. Yeah. Get into this bag. Thinking about my life, I'm copping shit I ain't never had. Roll around my city, bitch, the scat pack too fast. Roll around my city, bitch, the scat pack too fast. But can't go too fast, cause I be having no flavors. Got me thinking about my dad. Like, how you go in that crash? How you go so fast? I was only 12 years old, yeah, I had to grow up fast. Like, this shit ain't fair. I keep losing homies, this shit feel like every year. Diamonds on my neck, yeah, they be busting everywhere. Now niggas want kick it, but niggas wasn't there. We don't need no new ones, fuck boy, stay over there. Ain't tripping over bitches, man, I don't really care. Cause if I lose it all, I know they gon' disappear. That's why I'm not gon' fall off this to the top, mom, I swear. Yeah, I'm on some new shit. Jod out, I turned to savage, now I'm ruthless. I'm hearing voices in my head, I cannot do this. Why here once I blow it down and I go through it? Yeah, this is my lifestyle. We cannot vibe forever, girl, this is right now. She tryna be my life for life, I told her pipe down. Ain't tryna hit no touch, no lie, girl, not right now. Whoa, whoa.